All right, we are on the air. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball, where tonight the Baltimore Orioles will be taking on the Boston Red Sox in the second game of a three-game series at Fenway Park. How you doing, everybody? It's your old pal, BW here, a.k.a. the Bird Watcher. People call me BW for short. That works for me. Welcome back, folks. The Orioles are trying to end a very, very frustrating losing streak going on right now. We are looking for a win tonight. We're looking for a win like we've never looked for a win before. And we've already got people spamming the chat. I mean, what are we doing, dude? You want to try coming back in half an hour or something? That's fine. Anyway, yeah. So we're going to try to win tonight, folks. And I'm telling you right now, I demand it. I demand it. Oh, my goodness. It's been frustrating lately, folks. It's been frustrating. But you know what? It's just making me hungry. It's making me hungry. I want to win. I want to win. All right, check it out. We got Albert Suarez on the mound tonight. 7-5 record, 3.49 ERA, 1.31 WHIP. Going up against Kutter Crawford for the Red Sox. Record of 8-13, 4.08 ERA, 1.07 WHIP. That is your pitching matchup. I got the lineups here as well. And I'll throw them up here on the screen if you can squint, and you might be able to see it. Otherwise, I'll read them off in just a minute. But first, I want to address a super chat that came in before the stream even started, because eventually I'm not going to be able to scroll all the way back. So let's go ahead and get this, I don't want to say out of the way, because, hey, David in France wants to talk. And let's go over this. David said earlier, sorry for the negative post, but I need to let it out. I am so worried about the wheels falling off of this team that I have to keep reminding myself that it's just a game. And we were screaming to drop Adley in the order, and rightfully so, but who can the O's line up to get a rally going? Like, who can get a lineup going? Or who can get a rally going in the lineup? It's not just Rutsch. Average last 15 games. O'Hearn, 174. Jimenez, 167. Cowser, 180. Holiday, 191. Mayo, 069. I think, to be fair, I think that's Mayo's average for the season. Rutsch beats all of them at 200, but he's the rally killer? I disagree with a lot of Hyde's calls regarding pitching, but what is he supposed to do with this offense? So, he left it up with a super chat. I'll stop now. I wouldn't be so invested in this season if it weren't for you, BW, so thanks and damn you for that. Let's go O's. Hey, folks, if you're here right now, tap the like on that if you got it up there at the top of your screen. This man deserves a like. He's letting it all hang out. This is my response, folks. It's a little lengthy, but let's go through it. I hear you, man, and no need to stop. Yeah, agreed. It's not only on Adley. If 8 other dudes were getting it done, we could bat anyone's second and still produce. Just like how before the recent team-wide slump, we were able to play 500 ball with Adley not producing. But it can't be argued. He's a vital cog in this team. When he plays well, the team looks great, and when he doesn't, the team feels it. So when I call out Adley, it's not to make him a scapegoat for the team's problems. It's to shine a light on the notion that his ability to play like the Adley from 2022, 2023, early 24 it's massive to this team's ability to succeed. The not getting swept streak started when he arrived, and when it ended, it was right around when he started to slip. It's a connection too big to deny. We need him to find his way back, at least at the plate against right-handed pitching. Maybe defensively something is unfixable and we won't see that Gold Glove caliber candidate catcher ever again, but he's got to be able to hit. Long story short, I'm happy to force you to emotionally invest into this season, come what may. All right, I'm glad we got that out of the way. So a nice little conversation between a couple of concerned Oriole fans. trying to figure out what the hell's going wrong with this team. But, we're going to need a spark, folks. This happens. When a team is slumping, something inevitably happens to make a team turn around. Folks, the White Sox are horrible, and nothing's going to happen for them this year. Nothing may happen for them again next year, but you know what? Something is going to happen eventually for the White Sox to turn that mess of a team around. Look at the Kansas City Royals, folks. There's a team that lost 100 games just 2 years ago. They are a playoff caliber team right now. Pretty much the same position we were in from a couple of years back. It's been a very meteoric rise for this team. I think maybe we feel a little bit spoiled by a team that won over 100 games last year. Maybe if we made the playoffs and won 90 games, which is pretty much the pace we're on now. If we were to make that accomplishment last year, we would look at it as such a gigantic leap. All right? And now we're treating it as a huge regression. And yes, it is a regression. On paper, it's a regression. We don't look as we don't have the swagger of the team of 2023. But that doesn't mean you can't get it back. There's still the core players here, right? And they're still quite young. A lot of them haven't even reached their full potential yet. I really think it comes down to leadership. I really think it comes down to just having a conversation in the clubhouse with this team, and somebody's got to say the right words. Somebody has got to inject something into this team. I wish I had the words. I wish I was that guy, had all the right words. Somebody needs to have those words, though, and we need them now because we've got 3 weeks to go before this regular season is over. We're going to the playoffs. That much is certain, but we got to improve, or else we are going to be out of this playoff round before the first week of October is over. So I'm looking for us to show something tonight. Are we going to win? Are we going to lose? I'm saying we're going to win. Call it blind loyalty, whatever. But bottom line, no matter what happens, I just want to see this team try. I want to see them work their ass off and show me that they are doing whatever they can to win and treat every game from here on out like it counts, like it matters. Don't fold up the tent and walk away, all right? All right, enough of motivational speech. I need to get this game up on the screen. I just want to talk, folks. I know this team is struggling. I know the chips are down. But, I've had my share of chips being down in my own life, and I've had plenty of opportunities to just say, you know what, screw this, I'm done. I can't take it anymore. Guess what? I've yet to give up, and I don't plan on starting now. And at this age, I would assume I'm never going to. So let's go. All right, the game is up here. Looks like we got Kevin Brown and Ben McDonald on the call again, so the Masson team is back. By the way, I apologize to Melanie Newman. All right, look, I joked a little bit too much about her yesterday. Melanie, whatever. It's just, I'm not here to pick on people. I'm frustrated, Melanie, all right? I took it out on you a little bit. It wasn't all that harsh, but I did, basically mock your inability to analyze anything of any note going on with this team right now. But,
And by Salem 5.
I didn't mean it. All right, folks, your starting lineups look like this for the Orioles. Leading off, playing shortstop, Gunnar Henderson. Ced Mullins is batting second again tonight, playing center field. Anthony Santerre will bat third and play right field. Ryan O'Hearn will be the first baseman and cleanup hitter. Adley Rutschman will bat fifth again tonight. Tonight he's going to DH, facing a right-hander. Colton Cowser will bat sixth and play left field. Kobe Mayo back in the lineup. Just 2 for 29 to start his career. He'll bat seventh. Jackson Holliday will hit eighth and play second base. And James McCann will do the catching and bat ninth. For the Red Sox, Jarren Duran will lead off and play center field. Rafael Devers at third base hits second. Wilyer Abreu in right field hits third. Cleanup hitter is Tyler O'Neill. He'll be out in left field. Matasaka Yoshida is the DH batting fifth. Connor Wong will do the catching and hit sixth. Tristan Casas, who was in the doghouse, left on the bench last night, is in the lineup hitting seventh. Emmanuel Valdez will be the second baseman. Is that his name? I think so. He'll hit eighth. And Cedane Rafaela, shortstop, will hit ninth. Gunnar Henderson is in the on-deck circle right now. He's been red hot, coming off a Player of the Week honor in the American League. The rest of the team has been struggling. And we're hoping Fenway Park can provide us the kind of atmosphere we need to get these bats going. We were hoping to see it last night. We scored 3 runs, which is 3 more than we scored on Sunday, but it was still another night of lack of clutch hitting, runners left on base, particularly in scoring position, getting guys on and just not being able to deliver the big hit. We did have some nice plays last night. Sed Mullins made an outstanding catch. Colton Cowser prevented a run from scoring after playing a ball off the monster and throwing a runner out at home plate. But and Anthony Santander hit his 40th home run of the season last night. But other than that, folks, it was another disastrous performance, pitching and hitting wise. We have a beautiful evening here at Fenway Park, 75 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. It looks amazing out there. Hot damn, is there anything more beautiful than a Major League Baseball field like Fenway Park, Camden Yards? I mean, you name it. Anything but the Trop. The Orioles begin tonight a game and a half behind the Yankees. They lost a full game after losing, and the Yankees won yesterday. 2 games back in the loss column. We still have 3 to play against them head-to-head. All right, we're ready to get going here, folks. Kutter Crawford is on the mound. Gunnar Henderson is stepping up into the plate. Let's go.
His name's Gunnar, and he's dating my mom.
First pitch of the ball game is swung on and hit into left center field, and that's going to be caught out there. 1 pitch, 1 out. Tyler O'Neill making the catch in left. Well, if there's one thing I'm seeing already is that the Orioles continue to be quite aggressive going after the first pitch. But it's hard to argue with the way Gunnar's been going lately. You got to let him do what he wants. He's been the only guy that's been hitting. Sed Mullins has been hitting as well. That's why he's moved up to the second spot. He takes a called strike.
Well said, now you know what to do.
It's just that Sed isn't going to give you the kind of extra base hit power production that Gunnar Henderson needs to give an offense like this. Struggling right now. This pitch is high. 1 ball, 1 strike from Crawford. Mullins hitting .233 at the moment. The 1-1 is swung on and hit down the right field corner toward the pesky pole onto the warning track, and that ball is out of reach. Gone! Bye, birdie! The Orioles needed magic, and Johnny Pesky has provided it. Sed Mullins with a short home run just past the pesky pole down the right field line. Wilyer Abreu just kept going further and further into the corner, looking like he was ready to just camp under it and make a catch, but it just kept fading away. Out of reach. 1-0 Orioles. Let's go. Come on. Anthony Santander with a swing and a miss. And he's already been retired. What happened? Santander's been retired. They were showing me the replay of the Mullins home run, and I don't even know how Santander got retired. Poor guy.
That's not a tater tot. That's a tater giant.
2 down in the inning. Anthony Santander with an at-bat that nobody ever saw. Here's Ryan O'Hearn. He takes a curveball low and in. Hey, Robert's still kicking. Robert, honestly, the way things are going right now, I don't care if we're a balk-dependent offense. Whatever's working, we'll take it. This ball's hit into left center field, and O'Neill makes the catch to win the inning. But Ced Mullins gets the Orioles on the board early with a home run ball that ain't going out anywhere else but right here. A pesky shot down the right field foul pole, and the Orioles have a 1-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the first. All right. I don't know what happened. Tony had a one-pitch at bat, and they cut away, showing us the, I don't care for a bunt-dependent offense, a hit-by-pitch dependent offense. I don't care. Just win, baby. Just win. I've seen it. I've seen how we can lose because we depend on the home run too much. I've seen it, and I know we just got another solo shot with nobody on base. I've seen it. I'm well aware. But guess what? We all have flaws. A lot of us depend on one thing to get us through. And you know what? If you can figure out how to get through this life and you got to depend on something to do it, then you do it. All right? I'm a comedy-dependent person, okay? If I don't use my comedy, I would be ostracized from society. You know why? Because without making people laugh, people just don't like me. I'm a humor-dependent person, all right? Because I got a shit ton of flaws. Stating the obvious. It's not that it's obvious. It's that you've said it every time. Like, what do we... It's not about the point itself. It's the repetition, I guess. I don't know. I guess it's the repetition. I don't know. Ah, boy. Hey, we got a lead. We're going to the bottom of the first. I mean, can I just enjoy this, please? Robert, if we start to lose, if we lose the game, we can sit and we can have a cry together about how this team is dependent on the home run. But for now, I'm going to try and enjoy something because I have not felt a whole lot of joy watching these Orioles for several games here. Here's Albert Suarez on the mound, making his 21st start, 7-5 record. He's also made 7 appearances out of the bullpen. Jarren Duran at the plate for the Red Sox, and he goes after the first pitch, fouls it away. Yes, Casas is back in the lineup tonight, although hitting all the way down in the 7 spot, which still feels like a slight from Cora, hitting him that low against a right-handed pitcher. He's normally hitting 3rd or 4th next to Devers. Here's a check swing by Duran. The home plate umpire says he went around on a curveball from Suarez, and the count is 0-2. Duran hitting .289, 21 homers, 72 driven in. The 0-2 to Duran is reached for a pitch above the zone, and that ball oh my goodness, is that a fair ball? It is. Cowser is going to have to play it down in the corner, and that'll be a double for Duran, a leadoff double that just stayed fair, I think. There is very little foul territory down in that corner. The Red Sox are on the phone. I wonder if this hit the pole. I mean, what are they looking at here? That looks like a fair. I mean, if it hits his glove, it's a fair ball. If it doesn't, it's foul. So it is a foul ball. The umpire ruled it foul. Okay. Umpire ruled it foul, and they're not on the phone. So that did not touch the glove of Cowser. Holy cow, we got away with another piece of luck right there. That was inches away from a double. Instead, it's 0-2 on Duran, still at the plate. And a check swing, and he went around, strike 3. Folks, do you feel it? Do you feel little moments like that are going our way already tonight? Everything like that moment right there going against us, now working out our way. Let's go.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Yeah, folks, it might not be a matter of everybody figuring out how to hit right or whatever. It might be a matter of just having some balls bounce our way for a change. Having a little bit of luck on our side. Nothing wrong with that. Rafael Devers at the plate. He's got a 1-0 count. And he swings and misses at the curveball on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, nobody on. For the Red Sox, bottom of the first, the Orioles with a 1-0 lead. Next pitch from Suarez is up and in, and Devers takes a cut and fouls it away. 1-2 the count. All right. Devers back in the box, and the 1-2 from Suarez. High for ball 2. 2-2 the count now. Oh, folks. 2-2 pitch. Upstairs, not close. And the count goes full here. Come on, Albert. We need you tonight, man. We got bailed out in that first out. That fly ball down in the corner. Payoff pitch is low, ball 4. Suarez walks Devers. And again, how big is that 1 or 2 inches between that ball not hitting the glove and the ball hitting just to the foul side of the line, down the left field line, or else it'd be first and second, nobody out. Right now it's just first base 1 out. Wilyer Abreu at the plate. Hitting 267, left-handed hitter, and he looks at a curveball off the plate, up and away. Suarez is not got his command here early. He needs to find it. 11 pitches into the ball game now. And this pitch is hit in the air to center field. Looks relatively easy for Mullins. He comes in just 2 or 3 steps. He makes the catch and straightaway center field. 2 down now. Big second out. Again, Suarez, from what I can see, doesn't quite look 100% sharp like the good Albert Suarez looks when he's on. But it's early. It's 2 out in the inning and a chance to get out of this and find his groove. Tyler O'Neill at the plate. He was pretty nasty against us yesterday. What did he have, 2 home runs? Rob Refsnyder had a couple of home runs. He's not even in the lineup tonight. So that shows you how much of a platoon player he is. Against lefties, they bat him 3rd, and he gets 3 hits. Against a right-hander, he's benched the next day. The 1-0 pitch is a called strike, and that was a generous call for us, as that looked about 2 to 3 inches above the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down, runner at first. Bottom of the first. Tyler O'Neill at the plate. Suarez's pitch is a called strike on the cutter, and a beauty. Moving right to left and breaking at the top of the zone on the outside corner. O'Neill has 29 home runs now to just 56 batted in. He is a solo shot machine. Swing and a miss. Suarez with another strikeout.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Albert may have found the zone. Albert might have found it. Little bit of a speed bump there in the first few pitches. Looking a little bit shaky. Looks like he's found it by the end of the first inning. Got himself a couple of strikeouts. Gave up a walk. We go to the second inning, 1-0 Baltimore. Hey there, Charm City chat. How the hell are you? Hey, so apparently there's some other event going on tonight. How that will affect tonight's turnout, I don't know. But if I were you, I'd stay here. And please, let's not even get into whatever's going on over there unless something absolutely insane, which I suppose there's about a 15% chance of that. I mean, I'll be checking it out after I call my game. It's not going anywhere. There's not even going to be a crowd. It's just like a private 2-person dark room, whatever. Yeah, whatever place I'm talking. I don't know. I'm talking about probably Iron Chef. Sorry for my comments yesterday, BW, but the last few games have been deflating, but I know those few games don't define us, and we can be better. Chilo, that's fantastic. This is not mock applause. I swear to God. It's not. I'm not mocking you. I'm not mocking you. You know what I feel like? I feel like a big brother or a mentor or something that's just trying to, again, just improve the mental health of somebody out there. Somebody that, again, Chilo, I see you here all the time. And like everybody else that's here all the time, you guys are becoming my friends, whether you like it or not. There's a familiarity there. I'm starting to understand your personalities. So I care. I'm human. I have empathy, and I care. I just want you to enjoy as much as you can, Chilo. And I know it sucks. It's not a whole lot to enjoy right now. But again, we're about to play our 7th postseason in 41 years. Just our 7th postseason in 41 years. We gotta not just watch it fade away. We gotta invest in it. Adley Rutschman is at the plate.
Let the clutch out gently, okay?
And he's already in the hole 0-2. Yeah, folks. I mean, that's what sports is all about. And with baseball, it's like no other commitment out there, folks. 162 games, the investment that you put in, the time, there's no comparison. This pitch is high, 1 ball and 2 strikes. But like most things in life, folks, the tougher something is to do or to tolerate or withstand, the bigger the payoff when it does pay off. Here's a ground ball to first. Casas will take it to the bag unassisted, and that'll end the at-bat for Adley Rutschman. Colton Cowser coming up. Cowser needs to get it going here. His average has been under 200 the last couple of weeks. Hoping that he can remember how well he played here at Fenway back in April. First pitch to him is a called strike with a cutter at the top of the zone. A cutter from Kutter Crawford. You know, I was going to be called Screwball as a first name, but eventually they went another way. Here's a swing and a miss. 0-2 on Colton Cowser. Still on 20 home runs, 62 driven in. This pitch is inside, 1-2. I thought I saw Kevin Brown and Ben McDonald in the pregame show, but maybe there's a switch because this looks like Red Sox coverage. This pitch is high, 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Colton Cowser. And let me hit this button. Well, maybe I can hit it. Two and two the count. Pitch. And a check swing foul off to the left. We'll do it again. Yeah, my screwball, I'll tell you what. Got a lot of use out of that in my 20s and 30s, I can tell you that. 2-2 pitch popped up. center field. Moving a little bit to his right to make the catch there is, who's out there in center? Duran. I really don't understand why the Red Sox shift around so many of these players. Duran, you'll see him in center, but then you'll see him in left. You'll see Rafaela out in center field one night, and then you'll see him at shortstop the next. You'll see Connor Wong behind the plate one night. You'll see him at first base the next. They move these guys all over the place. Which I would say, well, that's good for versatility, but the Red Sox defensively aren't one of the better fielding teams out there. Maybe a little bit more continuity with one position would be more in their favor. Kobe Mayo at the plate, and he takes a cut at a pitch off the plate, strike one.
Let's get it all on there. Just spread it out.
Mayo has only got a couple of hits in about, 26, 28 at-bats. This one's lifted to left. Oh, it's going to go foul. It had the height. Mayo, I mean, that's an uppercut swing, but that looked like one that could actually work. He's got an 0-2 count here. Yeah, Danny Coulombe is about to face live batters and go on a rehab assignment. Swing and a miss. Mayo goes down easily. Man, oh, Shevitz. Kobe Mayo might not be ready for the show, folks. Something we got to figure out now. We got to figure out who's going to stay on this roster for October and who's going to not make the cut. Folks, the rumblings going on right now is that Craig Kimbrell is going to get cut going into the postseason. What's Charm City Chat think about that? By the way, we're going to the bottom of the second now. 1-0 Orioles. Thoughts on Craig Kimbrell being cut on the eve of the postseason? Someone will pick him up, but who cares, Rod? It's the end of the postseason. Like, we're done. The season's over. His contract's over. We're done. I don't think I don't think he would qualify on another team's playoff roster. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure on that. But in terms of loss for us, there is none. It's over. It's already over. It's just a matter of whether or not we want him in October. Can we trade him for Hayes? Oh, man. You talking about Willie Mays Hayes from Major League? These guys never get shelved. They stay in the game way too long. What do you mean by that, Rob? And I don't mean to sound like combative. I don't quite understand the comment. Could you give me a little bit more? Yeah, get Norby back, please. Oh, you're talking about Kimbrell has just been in the league too long. He should be retiring at this point. Good chance he will. Good chance he's done after this, because I don't think there's not going to be another team that's going to give him $10 million. I can tell you that. Masataka Yoshida takes high for ball one. So, yeah, Kimbrell, he didn't get $15 million from us, Robert. That's an exaggeration. I think it's $11 million. I think it's $10 million with like a $1 million something. And where there is an option to sign him next year, but clearly we're not going to. But that's it. It's a 1-year deal. $10 million, maybe 11. It's still a waste of cash in hindsight. Masataka Yoshida with a 1-1 count here, leading off the bottom of the second. Oh, now it's 13? All right, you guys are going to make me look this up. It went from 15, and now it's 13. 1-2 the count on Yoshida. Do the Cubs game later. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Suarez has got the strikeout pitch working, folks.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Albert has struck out 3 batters, 3 of the first 4 outs of the ball game via the punch out. Connor Wong coming up. First pitch to Wong is a bit high for ball 1. Oh, I'm sure I can look up Kimbrel's contract during the timeout. This pitch is hit to right field. Long run for Tony, and it's going to drop in and bounce into the crowd for a ground rule double. Connor Wong on at second base with a automatic double, bouncing into the stands down there near the pesky pole. Opposite field, didn't get great wood on it. Just hit it to the right spot. So the Red Sox now have the tying run at second base with only 1 out, and Tristan Casas batting 7th in the order here. Dangerous young hitter, left-handed bat, first baseman. Big guy. He check swings, and that pitch got away from McCann behind the plate. Ball dribbled away a little bit, but the runner at second will stay put. Want to know the count on Casas. 242 average, 8 home runs, 19 driven in. He's been injured for a majority of the season. Here's a pitch swung on and missed. A changeup by Albert on the outside part of the plate. Casas was fooled. 1-1 the count. As is usually the case, it's a pretty big crowd here at the intimate Fenway Park. I believe they are the lowest capacity ballpark and have been now for quite some time, right? This pitch is off the plate. 2-1 the count. That just makes them a hot ticket. Against the Orioles this season, Casas has done pretty well. I'll just leave it at that. 2-1 pitch is reached for off the outside part of the plate and fouled away. Count even up at 2-2. There you go. So it's a $1 million buyout. All right. There you go. $12 million. And of course we're going to buy him out. We're going to give him $1 million to walk away. This pitch is off the plate and the count has gone full. Emmanuel Rivera waiting on deck. Runner at second. Only 1 out. Payoff pitch coming to Tristan Casas. And that is hit in the air left side. Going to get out of play. We'll do it again. Yeah, folks, there's a lot of good news going on around. Jordan Westberg, earlier today here at Fenway Park, was fielding ground balls no longer with one hand tied behind his back, literally. Just doing some actual drills. Called strike 3 on a pitch at the bottom of the zone, and Casas can't believe it.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
And Cora is barking from the top step, arms folded across his chest. He's upset. Folks, that pitch was at the bottom of the zone and took a very last split-second dip to maybe get a little bit lower, but McCann framed it back. I mean, that ball, you know. Here's a called strike. Curveball to Emmanuel Valdez. 2 down, runner at second. Albert Suarez racking up the strikeouts here early. He's got 4. The first 5 outs of the ball game, 4 via the punch out. The 0-1 is a bit high to Valdez. 1 ball, 1 strike. How do you come up with the idea of moving to Thailand? I get this question like 3 times a week. Oh, boy. Let's see. Maybe I can talk about it, Damien, here after this half inning. There's a pop-up. This could do it. Mullins coming in. He's running. Oh, wait. It's going to be Gunnar going out there, the shortstop, into shallow center field to make the catch and end the inning. Albert Suarez works around that. That was a double, right? Connor Wong ground rule double. And the Orioles maintain this slim 1-0 lead as we go to the third. 1-0 Orioles. What's going on down there at the old nightclub tonight?
Where you from?
Baltimore.
What?
Baltimore.
Baltimore?
Baltimore?
Look, it doesn't really matter, all right?
BW, how did you come up with the idea of moving to Thailand? I mean, I did really answer this with a 5-minute answer, not even a week ago. Because I've had really strong feelings of wanting to leave the States, but I don't know where to go. How did you make your final decision? Okay, that's fair. I mean, look, folks, I knew that I wanted to get the hell out of Dodge. I knew that my medical situation and my age and just my mentality was telling me that, dude, if you're ever going to leave and just explore and look around and maybe find a place a little more suitable for you, now is the time. So once I made that decision, I just started doing research on the internet, and some of the keywords I was looking for was, affordable, what's the average cost of living? A place maybe where you can possibly live without needing a car, an urban enough place. But the thing is, in America, you live urban, you don't necessarily need a car, but, the rent is always crazy high. Everything you're buying is crazy expensive. Your other option is to live somewhere, off the grid, cheaper rent, but now you got to have a car, and you're throwing all your money into that. I'm trying to find a place where I don't need a car, and I'm living in an urban enough area where I can get the things I need just walking or maybe hopping on a motorbike taxi, whatever. So I just started researching, and when some people talked about Thailand, I did a lot of research, and I'm like, wow, a lot of people put this up there with, there's a few other places not coming to mind at the moment, but if you look it up, you'll find articles that have a top 10 rank of cities around the world or countries. Jackson Holliday, first pitch, line drive on a bounce to second base. He hits it hard, but he will be retired. 1 away. Holliday with a good hard swing there. Good contact. You have Philippines, that is an option. It's just for me, their crime and political situation over there, not really for me. If I were to go somewhere else other than here in this area, it would probably be Vietnam. Here's James McCann. He takes a called strike.
Tough guy. Thinks he's a tough guy.
Career at Fenway, McCann hitting .264. That's pretty good for him. Oh, he reaches for one low and away. Feeble swing, and the count is 0-2. Yeah, I looked at places like that, but like Spain, Madrid, Malta. I just out of my price range. I was looking for cheap. And yeah, Bangkok is expensive too if you want to live in Bangkok. But there are many lovely towns, non-touristy towns. Here's a called strike 3. McCann stares at a pitch on the outside edge. 2 down in the inning for the Orioles. Back to the top of the order for Gunnar.
His name's Gunnar, and he's dating my mom.
But yeah, the great thing about Thailand is that, one of its largest natural boundaries is the Gulf of Thailand. You've got a huge swath of the country, and I live on the Gulf. You know, you got like an East Coast side, a West Coast side, and then the northern side, which is where Bangkok is. But, and there are some areas that are like, you know, you see in movies and postcards and stuff where it's just like unbelievably beautiful, but of course, crazy expensive. But then you got places that aren't so crazy, like eye-poppingly beautiful, but still very, very lovely. That are a little bit more off the grid, and that's kind of where I am. A little bit off the grid. 2-0 the count on Gunnar Henderson. Pitch. Hey, it's ball 3, folks. We got something cooking here. Three and 0 the count. Pitch. That's right in there for a strike. Yeah, Damien, no problem. I hope I gave you a, more than just a cursory response. I gave you the best I could. This pitch is inside. That's ball 4, folks.
I'm walking here.
2-out walk for Gunnar. Said Mullins, he of the home run ball, is coming up. That bum is up coming to the plate.
Well said, now you know what to do.
You know that bum that made a catch that absolutely nobody else on this team could ever dream of catching last night and then has a home run here in his first AB tonight? Yeah, that bum. He's up. And he takes high for ball 1. Gunnar at second. Gunnar at first. Hey. He can get to second if he wants. That would be great here with Mullins at the plate. There's a pitch up and in. And the count is 2-0, folks. 2-0 to Said. If it gets to 2-1, you got to run Gunnar. And that's a called strike. So here we go, folks. I'm calling it right now. It's time to go. 2-1 count. Mullins at the plate. Henderson at first. Let's show him something, Baltimore. The pitch. And Mullins gets into one again down the right field corner. This ball's gonna go! Bye, birdie! Said Mullins. 2 at-bats, 2 home runs, 3-0 Baltimore. How's that for hitting second in the order?
It's magic, you know. It's magic.
Unbelievable. The greatest bum in baseball history has done it again. Said Mullins makes it 3-0. Santander, strike 1. Calvin, I'm calling you out, dude. Where are you, Calvin? It's like you decided to never hang out again after calling him a bum, and then I called you out saying, why you call him a man a bum? And look what this bum has been doing lately. Where are you, Calvin? He used to be here on a nightly basis. Anthony Santander takes low, 2-1. I tell you what, folks, it's amazing. Amazing. 3-0 Orioles. 2-1 pitch. Tony gets into one down the right field corner, but that's hooking foul. Get them taters up, folks.
That's not a tater tot. That's a tater giant.
Hey, guess what? Guess what, by the way? We're home run dependent. Two pitches high, full count. Full count on Tony. Hey, you know what else? We've been, for the past couple of years, win dependent. We've been winning more than we've been losing. That makes us win dependent. The payoff pitch, line drive over the glove of the infielder into right center field. Let's see, with the shift on, I think that was the shortstop playing there. Over his glove, into the outfield for another base hit. The line keeps moving. Here comes Turn and Burn O'Hearn.
Lights on. Let's turn and burn.
Folks, 3 runs, 3 hits. And there's a line drive foul by O'Hearn going after the first pitch. He flew out his first time back in the first. Kutter Crawford on 41 pitches. 2 down in the third. That's not terrible. But he's been touched up for 3 runs already on a couple of Ced Mullins home runs. Holy Toledo. Ced Mullins. The catch last night, 2 home runs to put 3 runs on the board tonight. Are you kidding me? Have yourself a 24 hours, Ced Mullins. This pitch is up and away. 2-1 the count. Man, oh man, the amount of defending. I should look up some of the old tweets that I wrote about Ced Mullins, and you should see some of the hate. Ryan O'Hearn's going to pop it up to left field, and that'll end the inning. But the Orioles add on 2. They make it 3-0 with Ced's second home run of the night. Johnny Pesky, take a hike. There's nobody more pesky at the plate right now than our boy Ced Mullins. 3-0 Baltimore going to the bottom of the third. Oh, Ced, now you know what to do.
Well said, now you know what to do.
Yeah, I'm probably making a mistake here. But what I'm going to do is try to look up. How do you do this? If I search at me, right? And then I type in Mullins. Let's see here. I think this was the argument here. Back on June 10th, folks. Let's look at this. Post right here. When people were hating on Mullins all day long, I wrote, "Hey, Ced, in case there's a tiny chance you see this, friend, want you to know I'm rooting for you. Your range in center field is still incredibly valuable to us. Just want to tell you, in the sea of fed-up fans, your catches make me feel like a boy filled with wonder. The bat will come. Heart." And you get guys like this. "It hasn't come for 3 years. I hope you're still waiting on Santa, too." And I'm like, what are you waiting to come, Ben? A batting title? If you think there is a player in our system with better range in center field that is major league ready, then I'd say you might be looking for a leprechaun. Run prevention is as important as run scoring. The Tooth Fairy taught me that. Well, unfortunately for Ced and you, apparently, offense is an essential part of the game. His WAR this year, which includes defense, is 0. Stowers had 30 plate appearances, is an already 0.1. Not good. He wants to. He's going to call Ced trash because Kyle Stowers has a WAR 0.1 higher. That's like saying somebody's a better hitter than somebody else because over the course of a season they got 2 more hits. Shut up. I wrote back, "You do realize a 0.1 difference in WAR can be reversed between 2 players in a single game, right?" Ugh. I mean, I've got hundreds of these conversations. By the way, it's 0-2 on Cedane Rafaela leading off the bottom of the third. Next pitch is reached for and fouled off to the right, still 0-2. Oh, this post has been removed. Yeah, there was another thread with a great Mullins catch. Ah, boy. Anywho, Twitter's fun, isn't it, folks? This pitch is high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rafaela leading it off in the bottom of the third. 3-0 Orioles. Sedane Rafaela hitting .253. 1-2 pitch is hit toward right field. Santander going down toward the pesky pole, and he makes the catch. Ha ha! Not quite, Mr. Rafaela. That's how we hit home runs. Rafaela with a fly ball opposite field down in that pesky pole area, but Tony had enough room, just a couple of strides from watching another ball get out of here cheap, but not for Boston. 1 down here in the bottom of the third. Here's Jarren Duran. Did I notice that Hyde moved Adley down? No, I didn't notice. Hold on, let me look. Hold on. Swing and a miss, a ball and the strike. Hold on, Bruce. I'm not sure if I've noticed. What with me talking about everything to do with Adley Rutschman every single day for months, I no clue. Hold on. Let me see here. Well, I know Mullins hit second, and Adley normally hits there, and Mullins has already hit 2 home runs, which would mean just by there's a foul ball hit down the right field line there. That would mean I should be able to deduce that if Adley's not hitting second, he's probably, well, he's not hitting leadoff, so that would only leave lower in the, and let me see, 1, 2, hey, there he is. All right. I noticed. Here's a ground ball to O'Hearn. He'll go to the bag, and that's out number 2. He beats Duran with a unassisted putout on a ground ball to first base. Suarez with 2 out in the third. 3-0 Orioles. Bruce, I'm sorry. I'm having a little bit of fun. Rafael Devers is at the plate. Did I notice? All right. First pitch to Devers is high for ball 1. All right. Why do I feel like I'm giving like a, what do you call it? This feels like legal matters. Am I giving a deposition? All right. This pitch is fouled away. 1 ball and 1 strike. You're welcome, Bruce. Or thank you? I think I meant to say thank you. This ball's hit on the ground and through the hole between second and short. A base hit, a 2-out single here for Rafael Devers. My goodness. Where's the coffee? Still a lot of time left in the game, folks. 3-0 lead feels good. It's been a while, but everybody's got to do their job tonight. That's what I want to see. Wilyer Abreu at the plate. 0 for 1 tonight. And he takes a called strike. Perfectly placed there by Albert Suarez. It depends, Michael. It depends. If Mullins can keep producing in the 2 spot, or if Hyde wants to try somebody else in the 2 spot, then I think you just go with what's working for Adley. 5th is not that low in the order. You're still getting a nice spot in the order to clean up a big rally with bats, those bats right ahead of you. It's not like hitting 8th or something. I think they would keep him there. The only reason I think they would move him is not because he's doing so well, but that somebody who is hitting second is not doing well, and they just want to maybe go back to Adley. But I think he's not moving anywhere for a bit. And I think if we don't move him back before the playoffs, then we shouldn't try to tinker during the playoffs. I think once we get into October, wherever Adley's hitting, just let him stay there. We got a 2-2 count on Wilyer Abreu. Runner at first, 2 down here in the bottom of the third. 3-0 Baltimore. Game 2 of a 3-game series. Boston won last night. What was it, 12-3? Tomorrow will be the last game between these two this season. Pitch. That's fouled straight back. Still 2-2. 50 pitches now for Suarez, which is perfectly fine, that considering he's only 1 pitch away, in theory, from ending the 3rd inning. That would put him right on 100 through 6. That pitch is up and away. The count goes full. Full count on Wilyer Abreu, and that's going to allow the runner at first to take off a little bit quicker as soon as Albert goes into his windup. Devers will be off with the pitch. Payoff pitch with 2 down to Wilyer Abreu. He reached for it. Did he go? And he did. And this inning is over.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
That swing by Wilyer Abreu was ugly. It reminds me of when Suge shows up to Seeley's house in the color purple late on a rainy night, and Seeley opens up the door, and Suge looks up at her and goes, "You show is ugly." That's how ugly that swing was. All right. Oh, my studio just crashed. Please come back on. Please come back on. Okay, folks, I might have gone out for a minute. I might have froze for a moment or two, but I'm back. All right, so I've rationed my final 2 luckies. I said you can have one after the 4th, and then another one between the 7th or 8th inning. 4th inning lucky, let's go. Tonight's game brought to you by nothing. I don't have any sponsors. I'm just a dude sitting in his room with a microphone, a laptop, a TV, some smokes, some coffee, and passion for Orioles baseball. That's it. That's everything. And the hat. So check it out. This grassroots channel we got going, folks. Right now, I really gotta rally the troops, folks. This is severely disappointing. 1/3 of you have hit the like button so far. Now look, I'm not trying to talk it down to you. Don't take it that way. This is a friendly, gentle reminder because I get it, folks. I tune into live streams and other content. My first thought isn't to immediately, oh, I'm here. Let me hit that like button. I better do it lickety-split because why else am I here? I get it, folks, but now I'm reminding you, you're hearing my voice. Go ahead and do it now. It's a thumb. It's at the bottom of your screen. And, it helps out the channel. It really does. I appreciate it, folks. Adley Rutschman's at the plate. First pitch is low for ball 1. And the next one's hit on the ground off to the right, foul. 1 ball, 1 strike to Rutschman.
Let the clutch out gently, okay?
Adley is 0 for 1 tonight. A ground out in the second inning. 254 the average at the moment. One pitch. That one's popped up. Not going to do much. Right field. Coming in, making the catch there is Wilyer Abreu. And I'd like to see that. See, gosh. See, what a difference it makes putting Mullins where that we did. See, Mullins would be leading off now, or it wouldn't be Mullins. I don't know. Just, we needed to shake up the lineup. That's for sure. One out in the fourth. Here's Colton Cowser. Get those cows up in the chat, folks. Called strike. 91. A 91-mile-an-hour fastball. Not a whole lot of life on it. Right down the middle, pretty much. And Cowser took it. Now he wisely lays off a splitter that starts at the bottom of the zone, breaks off the table. 1 ball, 1 strike. I got to open up my door. One pitch. Pops straight up. But it looks like it's going to get out of play on the left side. It does. 1 ball, 2 strikes. All right. The 1-2 is hit on the ground. Foul. Nice little dig out of the tarp area there by the ball girl, who flips it into the stands there for... Really? The ball girl just gave that baseball to what appears to be about a 76-year-old man dressed like Jimmy Buffett. You couldn't give that ball to a kid? Check swing, and Cowser went around. Cowser strikes out. Kobe Mayo, folks. I want to see Kobe do something, man. What are we talking about? We're coming up on 2 for 30 here. I mean, this is getting into first glimpse Jackson. I mean, he already went down. He's back up. Here's a first pitch, pop straight up. Got under it. And, wow, the left fielder is going to step out in front of Duran. Tyler O'Neill makes the catch, and the inning is quickly over. Kobe Mayo with another wasted at-bat. He sees one pitch, pops it straight up into the air. Not a good launch angle, my friend. We're going to the bottom of the fourth. 3-0 Baltimore.
This is great iced tea.
You bet your bottom dollar it is. So, yeah, folks, getting back to that whole like and subscribe thing, I'll cut the crap here pretty quickly. Do I feel Mayo is any good? As a major leaguer, not yet. Does he have the potential to be? Absolutely. He's been, for me, the most exciting prospect of this group of prospects in terms of what I think he's capable of. I don't think he's going to be. I mean, it all depends on what you define as a superstar caliber player. But I see in Kobe Mayo a 40 home run hitter, even with our left field in Baltimore. He has got some serious power, and I just hope it can translate to the bigs. I hope it does. If he can hit 250, 255, smack 40 bombs, we got ourselves a very nice player. But it might take a year or two. We'll have to see. Three for 31 and 4 walks. Is that what he's at right now? Are you sure he has 3 hits and not just 2? I'm not trying to take away from Mr. Mayo. I thought he was like 2 for 27 or something coming into today because they had it posted there before the game started. Looks like we got a nice half moon tonight at Fenway Park. Yeah, so it is 2 hits. I remember them. I remember the 2 hits. I remember what they look like. Here is Tyler O'Neill to lead it off in the bottom of the 4th. And look at that curveball from Albert Suarez, breaking over the top of the zone outside corner for a called strike. Hey, hey, hey. He's pitching today. Kutter off the plate, low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Royals have a 2-0 lead heading into the 5th inning over the Yankees. This pitch is high, and the count 2-1 on Tyler O'Neill. Next pitch. Swing and a miss on a cutter that broke outside. That cutter looks like a slider. A lot of movement right to left. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Oh, Katron, you're always getting edited. You're a naughty, naughty boy. The 2-2 pitch. How you doing, Katron? Swing and a miss. Albert racks up another K. Are you kidding me?
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
6 strikeouts through 3 1/3 for Albert. 6. Here's Masataka Yoshida. 0 for 1. First pitch to him popped up left field and going back. This could be a wall ball. It is not a wall ball. It is caught right in front of the scoreboard there and left. Cowser makes the catch for quick out number 2. Suarez is cruising. Connor Wong coming up. Connor Wong coming up. He has one of the 2 Red Sox hits on the night. Oh, yeah, mentioning another website might do it, Katron. So the first thing you said when he got here was mentioning another website? What are you doing? What are you trying to do? 0-1 the count on Connor Wong. And this one's hit on the ground, third base side foul. No balls and 2 strikes. Suarez has just hit 60 pitches. 1 pitch away, perhaps, with 2 strikes, 2 down, from getting out of the 4th inning with a healthy pitch count. What link should I drop? I don't know, Katron. Is it baseball related? Because we're kind of in the heat of a pennant race right now. The 0-2 pitch swung on. That is lined, and it's going to get down up against the wall. Let's see if Cowser can get it in quickly to second. The throw is in relatively quick, but it's off the base, and that is going to be a double for Connor Wong. His 2nd double of the night, 20th of the season. In a R of another site, totally relevant. I don't know. I mean, can you give me something? Does it have to be a surprise? What are you trying to What are you trying to post, man? I'll have to make a decision. In a you want to post something on Reddit? What is it? Here's a swing and a miss. 0-1 the count on Casas. Runner at second, 2 down in the bottom of the 4th. There's an Orioles Reddit. Okay, well, I think people can, yeah, you can drop it in the Discord, or if you just Google Orioles Reddit, I'm sure you can probably find what Katron's talking about. Are you suggesting that I show up on the Reddit to maybe give myself a little bit of exposure? That might be an idea. I don't know. Those Reddit people are pretty crazy. I got a feeling if I were to post links to my ball games on Reddit, the majority of the people there would take a giant dump on it. I probably would get a few people, but the majority would take a giant dump on it. So I'm not sure if I want to go down that road. We'll see. Tristan Casas has a 1-2 count. Runner at second, 2 down. That's a negative, Bobo. Katron, I think I can afford to be picky. This channel is growing quite healthily so far. If I'm feeling like I've hit a brick wall, then yeah, maybe I'll reconsider. 2-2 the count. Yeah, no problem in suggesting it either. I'm not trying to say what a stupid idea or anything. It's just something I don't think I'm interested in trying at the moment. We got a full count here, 2 down. Runner at second base. Payoff pitch is hit in the air pretty well to left center field. Back toward that yellow line. It's going to hit off the wall, and Mullins isn't able to play it cleanly. A run will score, and Casas is going to make it to just second base. Tristan Casas, not too speedy of a runner, but that is an RBI double, and the Red Sox are on the board now. Back-to-back doubles with 2 down has made it 3-1 here in the bottom of the 4th. All right. Well, Boston's got something on the board here. It's the bottom of the order here. 8 and 9 hitters coming up next. There's 2 down in the inning. Let's see if Albert can get out of this with that 1 run. First pitch to Emmanuel Valdez is off the plate outside for ball 1. Goose eggs are nice, but they're hard to get in Fenway Park. They are not easy to get at Fenway. Here's a throw down and a check on the runner at second from McCann, and Casas is back in. That pitch was ball 2. And I'm hoping that McCann, with that quick throw down, didn't give away what would have been a strike, because that pitch looked pretty good. 2-0 the count. The lefty Valdez at the plate, and that is inside. Check swing, he didn't go. 3-0. So you got to be careful here. You don't want to get this guy. He's only hitting 223, though. You got to go after him. I mean, a base is open with a right-handed hitter on deck, but you really got to go after him. The 3-0 pitch, and that's a called strike. Rafaela was already turning his way to first base, thinking he had ball 4. And Cora is looking more and more unhappy in that Red Sox dugout with this strike zone tonight from the umpire. 3-1 pitch is popped up, and this is going to get out of play. Darn it. I was hoping that'd be the end of the inning. Full count, folks. I have 1 or 2 more things to say about that whole Reddit thing here as soon as we can get out of the inning. Full count, 2 down, payoff pitch, and that's lifted foul again out of play. I guess just for a start, I feel like this channel is doing well because it's growing in a very organic way. It's something that people can find, and those that want to look for something like this and find it, well, they're going to find what they're looking for. This pitch is high, ball 4. Valdez draws a walk here, and that's going to draw a visit from Drew French. The tying runs for Boston now on base with 2 down. Number 9 hitter Rafaela coming up to hit. This is a out we need to get right here. Big moment in the ball game. So yeah, I just think there's a big difference between people who find my channel on their own account, on their own research or what have you, their own curiosity, versus going somewhere to quote-unquote advertise my channel. Because then people look at you like, well, like, why are you qualified to do this? Who are you? Look at this D-bags rinky-dink channel. What garbage is this? And, you know, I just know. I know what it's like because I used to post links to my stream that I did before doing baseball games, the comedy channel. And I went to a very connected Reddit page to advertise it. And, yeah, I got more flack than anything. Here's a swing and a miss by Rafaela on the first pitch on a curveball. And the count is 0-1. Yeah, I just feel like a lot of people would come up just to look at it and go and just start typing in, what is this crap, you know? Swing and a miss, 0-2. Rafaela chases another curve out of the zone this time. 0-2 the count. One more strike gets us out of this jam. Boston have a run in already. First and second, 2 down. The 0-2 pitch to Rafaela. Swing and a miss. Sit down, buddy.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Suarez gives up a run, but otherwise it has been another heroic performance from Albert. The man we plucked out of nowhere. 7 strikeouts through 4 innings. Yes, he's given up 6 base runners through 4 innings. That's not impressive. That's a 1.50 whip. 4 hits and 2 walks. But guess what, folks? He's pitching around the jams. And he's got the strikeout pitch working, which you need to get out of jams. We go to the 5th. 3-1 Baltimore. All right. Folks, if we win tonight...
Hey, everybody, we're all going to get laid.
That's right. It doesn't... By the way, this only applies to those who are 18 and over. If you're listening in right now under 18, this doesn't apply to you.
Hey, everybody, we're all going to get laid.
But for everybody else, we're getting laid. All of us. It's going to be great. Just imagine, only, 2 short hours from now. You'll be getting laid. That's what BW does for you. I'm 12. Great. Vonnie, with some of the stuff you... Oh, mentally, I was going to say. I'm like, you've been a potty mouth for a 12-year-old. What are you doing over there? Let's see what else I've been saying about Mullins. Mullins isn't... Yeah, see, this is another guy responding. Oh, let's look at this exchange. Oh, so, see, this stuff was blocked. So some guy was trying to show me, like, some stats about Mullins, and I'm like, all right, I'll look at those stats. You look at this, and it's one of his ridiculous catches. And I said, remember Omar Vizquel? Bit of a light hitter. His lifetime OPS plus is only 82. By the way, Jackson Holliday at the plate. And he takes a called strike right in there. Ah, boy. I just, So, yeah, he basically wrapped it up with, Mullins isn't going to sleep with you. Here's a line drive base hit by Jackson Holliday, and he will stop and stay at first base. Hurry up and scamper back in there, buddy. That ball is right in front of you there. Holliday has got himself a leadoff hit, folks, on a nice line drive. I like a nice line drive. Mullins isn't going to sleep with you. Well, it would be a hell of a commute if he did. All right. James McCann at the plate. First pitch low and away for ball one. McCann.
Tough guy. Thinks he's a tough guy. Tough guy. Thinks he's a tough guy.
This is a tough guy. Hey, thanks, Falco. I make a lot of them. Tears in his eyes, I guess. 1-0 pitch to McCann is a check swing foul. He didn't mean to swing. He knew that pitch was going to be above the zone, but he had committed. And that'll be strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Holiday's at first base. I wouldn't mind seeing him take off. Pitch. That one's hitting to right, and that one's going to get down perfectly. Holliday will go first to third on this, surely. He doesn't? How? That ball was hit down the right field corner. The right fielder is running farther and farther away from third base to field it. How does Jackson not turn and get to third? Hey, we got 2 on, nobody out, though, and that is something. Gunnar Henderson is at the plate.
His name's Gunnar, and he's dating my mom.
Pitch. Top of the zone. Too high. Ball 1. Hey, nice hat. You buy a hat like this, should come with a free bowl of soup. Huh, looks good on you, though. Yeah, I'll buy a couple of these, a couple of those. Give me a few of those. Hey, meet my friend Wang. No offense. Hey, lady, you must have been something before electricity. Folks, we got 2 on and nobody out. Gunnar at the plate with a 1-0 count. A chance to bust it open here. Top of the order. Gunnar's 0 for 1 tonight, but he has scored a run. The 1-0 pitch is a check swing, and the appeal, he did not go. That pitch was in the dirt. 2-0 the count. Oh, Lewis Faulkner, I am so sorry to hear about that news, sir.
Sorry, Charm City chat. Sorry.
2-0 pitch. That's a called strike. Lewis, my boy Fitz.
Sorry, Charm City chat. Sorry.
This being Baltimore and all.
What can you do, you know? The pitch. Swung on. Fouled away off the right. It's 2-2 now on Gunnar Henderson. Gunnar. Booby. Baby. You know the deal. First and second, nobody out. You don't have to do it all, but you got to do something. Move the runners up minimum. 2-2 pitch. Swung on, hit on the ground, foul. We'll do it again. We will do it again. Come on, Baltimore. Let's take it to these Red Sox. Let's take it to these Red Sox. By the way, 2 home run man Sed Mullins is on deck. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. My goodness. Henderson with a golden opportunity. 2 on, nobody out, and all he can do is strike out. our hottest hitter of late, coming up with the worst, well, second worst possible result. At least there's no double play ball. Folks, said.
Well said, now you know what to do.
I said.
Well said, now you know what to do.
Mullins up to 17 home runs now. It's a chopper in front of the plate. And the throw, oh my goodness. Mullins is thrown out at first. Man, if only he were hitting where Gunnar was. That's what Gunnar needed to do. But now there are 2 down with runners at second and third on this slow roller in the infield. Fielded by the pitcher, and he had a lob toss to first that had me momentarily thinking, oh my God, that's going down the right field line. Folks, Anthony Santander.
That's not a tater tot, that's a tater giant.
Second and third, but there's 2 down now. We need a hit, and he takes high for ball 1. We need a hit, or he needs to take a walk, and then it's up to Ryan O'Hearn. Holiday at third, McCann at second. So a base hit to left field doesn't necessarily score McCann, even with 2 down. He's not too fast, and that's a short left field. This is a called strike. 1-1 the count on Tony. 67 pitches from Crawford here with 2 down in the 5th. A pitch upstairs, 2-1. 2-1, folks. Tony hit his 40th bomb of the season last night, joining only 7 other switch hitters in Major League history to make that accomplishment. This pitch is fouled away. It's 2-2. Kutter Crawford rubs up a new baseball. Next pitch on the night for him will be number 70. Tony with a 2-2 count. The pitch. And he reached for one in the dirt. Swing and a miss. Wong tags him with the baseball to complete the out. And the inning is over. Oh, the Orioles. Another squandered chance with runners on. First and second, nobody out, and the best we can do is make it first and third. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It is 3-1 Baltimore. Man, oh Shevitz. We got to know how to move runners up, man. We got to know. The tough thing is Gunnar Henderson, as good as he is, as reliable as he's been offensively when others have not been, that's why you don't really look to him to be a small ball guy in that situation. You know, just trying to hit the ball maybe to the ground on the right side or something, you know, just something small bally. He's up there hacking because he knows he could hit a 3-run bomb. He could hit a shot in the gap. Anybody else up there, though, is, you know, maybe doing something, just move the runners up and then maybe got a chance to cash in at least 1 run. That's how I like to manage. I like to just pick away. You scratch and claw for a few runs, and then, you know, sometimes you get lucky and you get a few hits in a row, and then you got a big rally, and then you can add those runs on. But every game, you can't, you know, you got to scratch and claw and get a couple of runs on the board just to be sure. You know, that you let the other team know you're in the ball game. Hey, we got a lead, though. I talk about this because this is what I wanted to see before tonight. These last few games, that shutout against the Rays. Didn't see a whole lot of scratching, didn't see a whole lot of clawing in that game. Oh, by the way, I did go to the barber. You guys could see, right? Am I looking fresh? I mean, I told you this was going to happen. Folks, if you go to my Discord, I said it. And I said it yesterday. I said, I'm going to go get cleaned up. I'm tethered to this team. I'm going to go straighten my own self out, get cleaned up, I got my Oriole orange shirt on. And I said it. We're winning this damn game. Here is Jarren Duran. He's looking to bunt, but it is right to first base. A hard hit bunt. That is not how to bunt, Mr. Duran. Thank you for the easiest out ever. Duran bunts it down the first base line. O'Hearn just picks it up, taps the bag, and goes, wow. That was easy. 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. Rafael Devers is at the plate. And he goes after the first pitch. Fouls it away. I am on fleek, folks, and I got the Riz to match. You can't touch this, folks. This pitch is up and in. 1 ball and 1 strike. No, I really mean it. You can't touch this. I'm too far away. Devers has reached base both times tonight. He's had a good series so far. A hit and a walk tonight. And a swing and a miss here to make it 1-2. Guy said home run was going to get cleaned up, and he did it. I wonder, I would have, what? Ball hit the second base. Holiday to first. 2 down. Devers grounds out. Finally retired. Jeremiah, you want to give that comment another try? And Soren, what are you yelling about over there? Soren, what's going on, buddy? Something wrong? Don't worry, Erica. It's best to not know. Here's Wilyer Abreu. It's off the plate. First of all, it's passe already. On fleek is we've already moved on from on fleek was like 2001 to 2003, or 2021 to 2023, I should say. Here's a called strike to Abreu outside edge. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 down, nobody on. Bottom of the 5th. You are not an idiot. Oh, were you accidentally behind on the broadcast, Soren? Well, welcome back, sir. Here's a called strike. 1-2. Yeah, Erica, don't worry. Janet just loves to pick on me. It's all right. I'm an easy target. Hey, is that Louis C.K.? No, it's Kevin Youkilis. I thought that was Louis C.K. for a minute. 1-2 pitch. Upstairs, 2-2 the count. Kevin Youkilis in the Fenway broadcast booth. I'm dapper. Here's a ground ball, second base, Holiday with another chance, and he makes good, and the inning is over. Folks, Albert Suarez, 5 innings of 1-run ball, striking out 7 along the way. We go to the 6th inning. It's 3-1 Orioles. I'm alone and I'm an easy target. Did you know I want out? I'm alone and I'm an easy target. Hey, name the band. Name that song from about 1995. He did, didn't he? Man, Kevin Youkilis. How the hell? That's right, Benny Jets. The Fighters of Foo. Yeah, Kevin Youkilis, one of the most ridiculous batting stances of all time. You have to think, like, if you didn't know him and you saw him at a batting cage or something, like other guys who hang out at the cage, they would be goofing on him. Like, who is this guy? Didn't he wind up getting a batting title one time? I mean, there were a few years there where he was raking, like over 300 on the regular. The Smiths. No, it was I was doing the Foo Fighters, Soren. Alone and Easy Target off the first album, Foo Fighters. The Smiths. Now, if I'm going to sing Morrissey, I got to put on that Morrissey thing, you know. I am human and I need to be loved just like everybody else does. I'm so sad and I'm feeling more sad. And I'm feeling sadder now than before. It's really sad. I am so sad and more sad. Every song I sing is sadder than the last one. I'm really sad. I'm incredibly sad. Here's Ryan O'Hearn at the plate. 1-0 pitch, hit on the ground, second base, and that'll be out number 1. You shut your mouth. Every day is like Sunday. Every day is cloudy and gray. Hey, Adley Rutschman's at the plate. There's a called strike.
Let the clutch out gently, okay?
This is a coastal town that they forgot to close down. Come Armageddon, come Armageddon, come. This ball's hit to left. Rutschman flies out again. 2 down. Every time I see him swinging, he's taking another uppercut. It's starting to get really old. Colton Cowser, folks. Here's somebody that sings better than me. Cowser 0 for 2. There's a pitch just off the plate, 2-0. Two and 0 of the count. There's a called strike, 2-1. The pitch. Curveball. Cowser takes it. 2-2 the count here. 2 down. Nobody on in the top of the 6. Orioles ahead 3-1. All courtesy of Ced Mullins. A solo shot in the first. And then a 2-run shot his next time up. Here's the ball hit on the ground through the left side. A base hit. Cowser on a curveball that was up and away. In the zone and looked like, but right on the top outside part of the zone where you normally don't really look to hit a curveball. But Cowser with a perfect swing on a pitch like that. He goes the other way with it on a line drive. So Cowser's aboard, and Kobe Mayo's coming up. Man, Kobe, you got to do something, buddy. There's a called strike at the bottom of the zone.
Just get it all on there. Just spread it out.
Yankees are losing 3-0 right now. Activity in the Red Sox bullpen. The 0-1 to Mayo is up and away. Easy to lay off that one. Yep, that's probably going to be the final hit off of this one. Oh, that one really, yep. That hit the very bottom of the lungs. There's a line drive and a base hit for Kobe Mayo. Kobe Mayo with a line drive base hit. 2 on, 2 out. Mayo.
Just get it all on there. Just spread it out.
His 3rd major league hit. I can't wait till he starts hitting enough where I don't know how many hits he has. I lose count. But that's his 3rd, folks. A meeting on the mound for the Red Sox.
Let me have a Diablo sandwich, a Dr. Pepper. Make it fast. I'm in a goddamn hurry.
Oh my God, I got even one more hit out of this thing, and now I'm completely blitzed. A lefty is getting loose. I think it's Bernardino. 2 down. Jackson Holiday's coming up. All right, folks. I am stoned. Let's go. Top of the 6th. 2 down. 1st and 2nd. Kutter Crawford on 82 pitches. Jackson Holiday at the plate. The pitch is low for ball 1. Folks. It's time to dangle that carrot in front of Jackson Holiday. The pitch. Low, 2-0. Dangle that carrot in front of Jackson. Dangle, dangle, dangle. The 2-0. Swung on. Line drive and a diving catch by the right fielder. Unbelievable. That saves 2 runs. That ball's going into the gap. Holiday probably winds up with a 2-run triple. Instead, it's a diving catch by Wilyer Abreu to win the inning. Oh, Holiday's so close. He put a nice swing on it. Holiday's looked really good at the plate tonight. 1 for 3, but he's hit the ball hard all 3 times. And I take note of that. I mean, Holiday, even on games where he's hit home runs, I mean, I don't know if I've seen him had 3 straight good-looking swings in the same game. He's had it tonight. I will keep that in my mental Rolodex. Folks, we're going to the bottom of the 6th. We're still leading at 3-1. More men left on base. Should I punish everybody by showing you what the numbers are in that regard? Because I got a feeling we're back to double digits again tonight. Oh, it's only 5. We've only left 5 men on base. Same as the Red Sox. Boy, it feels like we've left more than 5 men on base. All right, that's not horrible. We've out-hit them 7-4. Both teams leaving 5 men on. But, hey, the Red Sox have an extra half inning over us. Them being the home team and all, we got to sit here and get another shutout inning on the mound. A plethora left on base. I'm a big fan of the word plethora. Hey, by the way, folks, one more inning and then I can have my final lucky. Can I heat up any more coffee? I'm running out of provisions. I might have a cracker. I might have a leftover cracker or 2 in here. Let's go. Tonight's game, folks, is brought to you by Julie's Peanut Butter Crackers. Who's Julie? I don't know. Is this available in the U.S.? I doubt it. But Julie makes some fine peanut butter crackers, and I'm going to have one. Pardon me as I chew a cracker off mic. First pitch to Tyler O'Neill is off the plate, ball one. Next pitch is hit hard and foul, though. And, wow. Somebody's sitting on a bucket over there. That ball lined just half a foot away from him, and he didn't budge. 1-1 the count on Tyler O'Neill. Swing and a miss, 94, a four-seamer at the top of the zone. 90 pitches from Suarez. Double barrel action for Baltimore. Two southpaws, Perez and Aiken getting loose. Swing and a miss, and O'Neill goes down on strikes. Albert Suarez, you are a legend!
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Albert the Legend Suarez. Career high. 8 strikeouts. Career high. Here's Yoshida. First pitch to him is above the zone, ball one. Folks, the legend of Albert Suarez grows. The 1-0. And that is a missed call by the ump. That pitch had the inside corner. Instead, it's a 2-0 count now on Yoshida, you stupid ump. The 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Yoshida went down to a knee trying to go after that Suarez changeup. He was fooled. 2-1 the count. 8 strikeouts for Suarez through 5 1/3. The 2-1 pitch. That one's going to be fouled away. Albert is 1 strike away from another punch out. Come on, Albert. I normally don't play this music for pitchers, but what the hell? The 2-2 pitch. Oh, that ball got away. A curveball that started up and never moved down. Full count. Suarez on 96 pitches. I say you leave him out there until a runner gets on base. Screw the pitch count. This ball's popped up. This should be playable. Mullins with a long run, but you know he can track it down. He makes the catch. Shallow center field for out number 2. Keep him out there. Don't you dare bring in anybody. Don't you dare bring in anybody. Here's Connor Wong at the plate. He's 2 for 2 tonight, and I still say you don't take him out. He's done the most damage, a pair of doubles, and he scored the Red Sox only run. Swing and a miss on the curveball from Albert. The curveball still working. He's spotting the fastball well, and he's mixing in the changeup too. The 0-1. Below the zone, ball one. Albert, the legend, Suarez. The 1-1 pitch. Hit on the ground, foul, left side, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Folks, here's the reality, and I don't mean this as a downer. It might wind up being something fantastic, but the reality is, in the case of a career path like Albert Suarez, this could be just one magical season, and that's it. By next year, coming out of spring training somewhere, if he's not doing it right, he could be out of the league altogether again. This ball's hit deep to right field and tracked down on there by Anthony Santander. A deep fly ball to right. Tony makes the catch on the track in front of the pen. And this inning is over. 6 innings of 1-run ball from Albert Suarez. Again, I don't want Albert to just fade away and be this one-season wonder kind of thing. But, folks, it's happened in baseball more times than we can count. Every season there's a story like it. But the fact of the matter is, it's a story. Albert Suarez. Even if this is his only real Just great season. What a magical season for Albert. I'm just so proud of the guy. I'm just beaming with pride over this guy. It's guys like this. It's athletes like this who put in the work, who don't have like a easy path. Your boy better have that lucky right now, because I was about to break out in tears. A lot of us don't have an easy path in life. Facts. You see somebody go out there and put in the work and have success, it's inspiring. I need to open up the door. Facts. The Baltimore Mullins, like that's our new nickname. We're the Mullins. Red Sox are taking on the Mullins tonight. Facts. Sorry, folks. Sinuses are a bit tricky. Here's James McCann. He takes a called strike.
Tough guy. Thinks he's a tough guy.
One thing I swear to never do is to sniff on the microphone. I'm 140-something games into this thing. I've been doing pretty good with it so far. This pitch is up and away. A ball and a strike to McCann. He's a tough guy.
Tough guy. Thinks he's a tough guy.
I don't know, folks, but you see, if we win this game, that you better go out there and get yourself a nice cut. McCann loses the bat swinging at this pitch. He made wow. High five in the Red Sox crowd. Looks like a couple. The dude's got the bat and the chick's got the tall one. A fine Boston couple here. All right, folks. Here's a lady making sure to capture this moment on her phone. Might be a viral TikTok. Good luck. All right, McCann gets another bat, I guess. Can he, like, with a Sharpie, like, draw some smiley faces on those padding? It's just this blank beige padding on this mask he wears. Like, why not doctor it up a little bit? Swing and a miss. McCann goes down on strikes. And here comes Cora. That's going to be the end of the night for Kutter Crawford. Top of the order coming up now. You know how it works, folks. When Gunnar Henderson comes up to hit late in the ball game, whoever we're playing is going to go to a left-hander, and that's what's happening now. Call to the bullpen by the Red Sox. I think it's Bernardino. We'll see here in a minute. Hey, Charm City chat. Let's do some... Hey, let's get those likes up to 100. What do you say? I don't know what's been happening lately. Actually, well, it's kind of understandable. We got a fair amount of people watching. I'd love you folks to help me out and get the like count up to 100. We're only a dozen away. It's just a momentary tap of a button at the bottom of your device, and you're done. I appreciate it in advance. Thank you so much for hitting that like button, folks. Now, in terms of subs, here's a first check-in, and wow, slow night there as well. Hey, folks, you win some, you lose some. You know, I understand it. The Orioles have not been playing well lately. There's also something else going on tonight that you might be aware about, so that's another understandable reason for a short amount of, or a lower turnout, I guess I should say. But I'm fine with that. I'm keeping my eyes on the prize, which is an Orioles win. We are into the late innings. We got the lead. We need a win desperately. What is Charm City chat on? What do you mean? Like, what drug? I'm not sure what the question is there, Benny Jets. No apologies necessary, but I just don't understand the question. Crawford finishes 6 1/3 innings, 3 earned runs, 7 hits and a walk. He had 6 strikeouts. And is this Bernardino or what? Yes, it is. Brennan Bernardino, 57th appearance of the season, 3.73 ERA. First pitch to Gunner is called a strike right on the inside edge, barely touching the zone there.
His name's Gunner, and he's dating my mom.
I mean, that is a perfect pitch if you're going to get that call at a strike. And Gunner reaches for one on the outside part of the plate and serves it into center field. What a piece of hitting by Gunnar Henderson. This dude's a professional hitter, folks. Let me tell you something. Said Mullins is going to come up to hit for himself, and you better damn well not pinch hit for him. Let's go.
Well said, now you know what to do.
Mullins, let's do some running now. This, folks, we got to run. Gunner on Gunner on first. Mullins at the plate. Bunt, run, hit and run and then hit. Whatever. We got to do that. 1-0 the count. We got to do it. We've got the right pieces. Here's a quick snap throw to first, and Gunner is back. One moment, please. Oh, this pitch to Mullins looked like it might have caught the top of the zone outside corner, but that's called ball 2. 2-0 the count. Pitch swung on. That is a dribbler to second, and the only play is to get Mullins at first. So Gunner moves up to scoring position with 2 down. All right, again, it's not exciting. It's an out, but it's a productive out. It's an out that does something. It's not a strikeout. It's not a weak something where nobody advances. Gunner gets to second base. 2 down in the inning and a chance to drive him in. Anthony Santander.
That's not a tater tot. That's a tater giant.
All right, they don't want to pitch to him.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
They don't want to pitch to Tony. And that might be it for Bernardino. That's 3 batters. The Gunner hit. The Mullins out. And now the intentional walk. They could go to a righty right now if they wanted to. But it is the lefty O'Hearn due up. So this is mind games right now. In this same spot yesterday, O'Hearn was pinch hit for with Eloy Jimenez. And then Boston turned right around and brought in the righty. It looks in this spot like O'Hearn is going to hit. He is 0 for 3 tonight, and he has been struggling over the past couple of weeks. He is due. And he's going to try to do it against a lefty. Here we go. First pitch is way outside. A curveball off the plate for ball one. The 1-0 is outside again, 2-0. Bernardino might be rattled a bit, wondering why aren't they pinch hitting? Why am I still in the game? 2-0 pitch. Called a strike on the inside part of the plate, a front door slider. 2 balls, 1 strike. 3-1 Orioles in the top of the 7th. They have had opportunities to add on. It's been 3-0 since the 3rd. 2 more men on in this inning. The pitch, and that's a chopper. Gets past the pitcher. Could be trouble. Barehanded by the second baseman, and everybody's safe. The throw to first had the first baseman off the bag, but it didn't matter. This ball was perfectly dribbled between the pitcher, just past his outreach glove, and then a barehanded attempt by the second baseman. Goes for naught. Folks, we've got the bases frickin' loaded here. Whoops. I don't want that one. I want this. And that's going to do it for Bernardino. They're going to bring in the righty because they know Adley Rutschman does not hit righties nearly as well as he does lefty. Adley is coming up with the bases loaded and 2 down. Folks, we have to. We have to. This hit, if Adley can do it in this spot, it would open the floodgates on 2 of the problems we've been sitting here backed up with forever. Getting the big hit with runners on, especially with 2 down. We need that. And we need Adley to come through with a big hit. And the confidence that might give him. This is the moment, folks. Please, Adley. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Oh, my goodness. Come on. Let this be the moment. Let this be that moment. That turn around moment. I don't know, Jared. I don't think we're going to pinch hit. I just don't see it. But, I mean, what lefty bat do you want to come out and hit in this spot? Cowser's in the game. Mullins is in the game. O'Hearn is in the game. Who's the other lefty bat we're wanting here? I think you go with Adley here. And I think you need to because he needs this moment. He needs it. He needs to come through. He needs to come through, folks. You're listening to somebody right now going through crisis. I just want Adley to get out of this funk so bad, and this could be the moment right here. Please, for the love of God, Adley. Luis Guerrero, making apparently his first appearance with the big team. I'm only seeing his stats from AAA. Right-handed pitcher. Here we go. Oh, God, it's the 2-hour mark. You got to be kidding me. Oh, the misery. Oh, I can't. I cannot. Oh, come on. Hurry up. Jeez.
And Baltimore with...
All right, here we go. 1-0 the count. And the next pitch is right in there for a called strike. I'm sorry about that, folks. 1-1 the count. Let's go. One ball, 1 strike pitch. Swung on and fouled off to the left. It's 1-2. Adley, career with the bases loaded, 8 for 23. That's a 348 average. He's got a couple of doubles and a couple of salamis. One and two the count, 2 out, bases loaded for Baltimore. The pitch. outside. He lays off 2-2. Gunner at third, Tony at second, O'Hearn at first. The 2-2. Laid off again, full count. Come on, Adley. Cowser's on deck. Payoff pitch about to come, folks. Everybody's going to be moving. The pitch swung on, hit on the ground, base hit! Base hit for Adley, and it's bobbled and left. 2 runs will score easily. It's 5-1 Baltimore. Adley Rutschman with a clutch 2-out, 2 RBI hit. Holy Toledo! Oh, God! Folks, this is an orgasm. That's the closest thing I've got to an orgasm on this soundboard.
It's magic. You know. It's magic.
Colton Cowser at the plate. He takes way outside for ball 1. Adley Rutschman. A moment. Could it be the turnaround moment for these Orioles? I've been saying it since he's been slumping. As Adley goes, so does the team. This one's fouled away. It's 1-1. Folks, you can't deny it. Adley comes up to this team, and they go on a 2-year tear without getting swept. Or it was over the course of 2 seasons, I should say. Here's a foul ball at the plate, and it's 1-2. And you mean to tell me that there's no direct correlation between that when that not getting swept streak finally ended was right around the time when Rutschman began to slip and go into this funk, and we've been playing 500 or worse baseball ever since? You mean to tell me there's no connection? The 1-2 pitch. Fouled straight back, will do it again. We need Adley back. If Adley can figure it out, this team has got a shot as good as anybody. I'm telling you right now, the ripple effect it's going to have with this ball club. The 1-2 pitch, hit on the ground, right side. First baseman has it, and he will outrun Cowser to the bag for the final out. But Adley Rutschman, folks, needed to produce. And finally does in the big spot. 2 down with the bases loaded. He drives in a pair of runs. Turns a 2-run lead into a 4-run lead. 7th inning stretch time. It is Orioles 5, Boston 1. Folks, after a moment like that, I'm hungry. Gonna throw some cakes on the griddle. Get them cakes up in the chat.
Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy.
I tell you right now, the cakes are on the griddle. It's a Rob Peel special. Folks, I'm looking at how we scored in the 4th inning, I'm looking at how we scored 2 runs in the inning, and I didn't see a home run. I didn't see a home run. I saw dudes drawing walks. I saw dudes going opposite field. I saw dudes coming up with clutch 2-out hits. That's what I saw. That's what I saw. 5-1 Orioles going into the bottom of the 7th. Let's look at some out-of-town stuff. For the love of Pete. Where the hell are the scores? Let's take a look. The Royals are ahead 5-0 on the Yankees, bottom of the 8th. Folks, we are nearing returning back to just a half game between us and the Yankees. Yes, sir, Bob. We're going to erase yesterday's misery, get back to where we were, and then take it from there. C&L Perez is on the pitch. Call to the bullpen for Baltimore. One final today. The Tigers shut out the Rockies 11-zip. We've got to play Detroit 6 times down the stretch. Let's hope they're not playing like that against us. We'll look at everything else later. It's too late. First batter's up to hit. It's Tristan Casas, and he takes a called strike right down Broadway. 96-mile-an-hour heater from C&L Perez. Hey, folks, as long as you're birdwatcher dependent, then it's all good with me. You hear me? You got to be BW dependent. Okay, that sounds like a cult. All right, maybe it is a cult. It might be a cult, folks. The 1-1 pitch is hit on the ground, foul, right side, 1-2. All right, I might as well come clean, folks. This has all been a giant ruse. I've secretly been building a cult. Thanks for joining. We'll go over some of the ceremonies and rituals and everything else a little bit later. But for now, it's baseball. I think everybody actually got scared. The 1-2 pitch swung on and missed. C&L Perez. See you later.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Bring on the Kool-Aid. All right, everybody wearing their Nike shoes? Let's go. Here's Romy Gonzalez. That's right. B.W. Koresh on the mic. I'm walking down a dangerous path right here. Here's a ground ball hit on a bounce. Emmanuel Rivera at third base in place of Mayo with a nifty play to get the out. He had to handle a short hop and make a throw on the run, and he does it all very cleanly. I don't think Kobe Mayo is capable of making it look this easy. That is a second out here for Perez. I had a feeling the whole cult thing might bring some humor into the chat, and I have succeeded. Cedane Rafaela just took a swing and a miss, strike one. The splash zone is actually a murder zone. It's really, yeah, it's we do sacrificial things in the splash zone. I don't know what they're spraying out there, but believe me, it's not water. Here's a swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Boy. Why not, folks? I mean, can we at least... Look, Scientology is a cult, but they're boring and stuffy. This cult is cool. We watch baseball. We smoke pot and watch baseball. That's my cult. I hope you enjoy it. 2-2 the count on Rafaela. Swung on and foul back. It's a fraternity without the, what do you call it? We're not douchebags. All right, here we go. The 2-2 pitch. Fouled away. We'll do it again. Yeah, no hazing, no, like, blatant misogyny all over the place, no, like, puking your guts out every morning. You can handle your drink a little bit. I mean, once in a while is okay, but Not every morning, for crying out loud. We got to share the same bathroom. Here's a ball hit on the ground, foul, and we'll do it again, 2-2. I'd probably be the ogre of the frat. Colin, the beauty of it is you can't be sure. That's the beauty. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on. Fouled again. Perez trying to put Raffaello away here. It's still 2-2. We built a 3-story beer bong. Oh, boy. Popped up. Right at the plate, McCann, mask off, makes the catch. This 7th inning is over. Perez with a breeze. We go to the 8th. 5-1 Baltimore. Folks, you feeling it?
Baltimore, you are seeing history being made today.
Hey, Fitzy, I'm sorry, but the Orioles are going to have to go ahead and level up this series. Sorry about that.
Sorry, Charm City chat. Sorry. Sorry, Charm City chat. Sorry. Sorry, Charm City chat. Sorry. Sorry, Charm City chat. Sorry.
I forgive you, Fitz. I forgive you.
I apologize for Baltimore.
All right, folks. I'm feeling it.
Oh, boy, is this great!
Tell you what.
This is great iced tea.
Sure is.
We're number one.
We're going to be. We're going to be. You hang in there. It had a two-way spout so each person could chug a six-pack. And what was your major? What were your studies? You see, I wasn't much of... I mean, I definitely... Psychology. Perfect. And addiction studies. Oh, well, you were doing some field work, I guess. You were like doing training day. You're Ethan Hawking it up back in college. I heard about people out of the country starting things. Cheap rent and weed. You talking about me? Because that describes me to a T. I'll take cheap weed and cheap rent and... by the way, the weed is cheap too. Romy Gonzalez is at second base now. He is taking over for Emmanuel Valdez. And speaking of Emmanuel Rivera, who came in defensively for Kobe Mayo in the last half inning, is now at the plate. And he takes a cut and a miss on a fastball from Guerrero. Guerrero, who came on to finish the last inning, right-hander. Next pitch is high, 1 ball, 1 strike. Rivera batting just .222 on the season. A lot of that while with the Marlins. This pitch is fouled away, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Folks, how are you enjoying tonight's coverage? Is BW in top form or what? Speaking of top, in the top of the 9th, the Royals ahead 5-zip. Swing and a miss by Rivera. He strikes out. 1 down in the 8th. Jackson Holiday. 1 for 3 tonight. A big hit his last time up. And again... I've liked the way he's looked at the plate tonight. I'd like to see one more really nice AB here from him. First pitch is in there for a called strike. 98 on the radar there from Guerrero. on the outside part of the plate, belt high. The next pitch is swung on and missed. Again, going out there. It was actually further into the zone, but Holiday was late swinging anyway. And the count is 0-2. That carrot top thing's never going away, is it? This pitch is low, but ball one. It's fine. I got to take the L. I said it. I said what I said. Look, you may not see it now. You wait. All right? You wait. Swing and a miss. Holiday goes down. And that was not a good at-bat at all. Holiday... All right, buddy. We had a couple of nice at-bats tonight. That wasn't one right there. That was not one. 2 down here in the 8th. And James McCann will bat once more. He lifts one in the left field. Does it have enough on to get to the wall? It does not. In fact, it doesn't even make it to the track. Fly out to left field in the inning. Guerrero with an easy 8th inning of work. We go to the bottom of the inning. Orioles 5, Red Sox 1. Let's try to run through these out-of-town scores, folks, with a little bit of music to boot. So, again, the Tigers shut out the Rockies 11-0. Having since gone final, the Pirates beat the Marlins 6-4 in a who cares game. The Braves, who are now neck and neck with the Mets, trying to find a wild card spot. Well, they did their job handsomely. A 12-0 win over the Nationals. Phillies, they're getting hot again, and they have a commanding 9-4 lead in the 9th inning over the Rays. Once again, the Yankees are down 5-0, and this game could be ending in just mere moments. I'm sure somebody in the Charm City chat will keep us informed on that. The Mets are trailing against Toronto. Blue Jays ahead 5-2, top of the 7th. Twins at the end of 6 innings with a commanding lead over the Angels, 10-4. The White Sox are losing again. The Guardians are shutting them out in the bottom of the 6th, 4-0. The Reds have a 3-0 lead in the top of the 6th over the Cardinals. Oakland is shutting out Houston right now, going into the bottom of the 5th, 2-0. Everything else coming up a little bit later, just in about 12 to 17 minutes. You've got the Rangers and the Diamondbacks, Mariners playing the Padres, and finally the Giants, who will be playing here in our final homestand next week. They'll be playing the Brewers. That wraps up, I think. No, it doesn't. There is one more game. There is one more game, folks. The Dodgers and the Cubs are playing late night ball out there in Los Angeles. And I might tune into that game after this one's over. Go grab some breakfast. I told you, folks, the Cubs are my second favorite team. And I'd love to see them go out there and beat the Dodgers. Besides, the Dodgers are probably the NL favorites, which means since I believe we're going to do it, that might be the team we play in the World Series. All right, here we go. Bottom of the 8th coming up. Top of the order for the Sox. Couple of lefties. You would expect Perez to stay out there, and there he is. Jarren Duran is 0 for 3. First pitch is swung on, hit right back up the middle for a base hit. A line drive by Duran. And Perez is going to face one more batter, you would assume, and that's it. Rafi Devers, another lefty coming up. And with a 4-run lead, we should have a couple of righty options out there right now, depending on whether or not Devers gets on base. If Devers gets on, I want Cano ready to go. If not, maybe we can handle a lower leverage guy. I still lean on Cano either way. First pitch is outside to Rafi Devers. 1 for 2. He has a single and a walk. Runner at first, nobody out. Orioles now with a 5-1 lead after putting up 2 runs in the 7th. Called strike here, 1-1. Wilyer Abreu is on deck. Check on the runner at first. Duran back standing. Duran is certainly a threat to steal. 32 steals on the season. And a very good success rate. 32 out of 37. Swing and a miss by Devers on a high heater. 96 top of the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It looks like Rob Refsnyder is ready to pinch hit for Abreu. And that would force, again, the Orioles to go to a right-hander. This pitch is way inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wrigley is gum. Oh, they could fill up the entire field with gum. I always thought about that as a little kid. Like, what if Wrigley Field was just filled with gum? 2-2 pitch. That is hit off the end of the bat toward left. Over toward the track as Cowser makes the catch. Oh, doctor. You just never know here with that monster what a ball is going to do off the bat of a guy like Devers. He goes opposite field on a pitch off the plate outside. Can't get a whole lot on it, though, and it is going to be caught out there on the track, just a step in front of the wall. 1 out in the inning, and here is the pinch hitter now, Refsnyder, ready to hit for Wilyer Abreu, and you have to imagine Brandon Hyde's going to be walking out here. There he is. Call to the bullpen, folks. Again, yep, okay, it is Cano. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Let's not mess around. We need this win. Let's go to Cano. Here we go, folks. 1 out, 1 on. Cano coming on. How you doing? How you doing, huh?
This is great iced tea.
Sure is. One sub night. Do I hear 2? Oh, I hear 2, 3, 4. Hey, welcome in. We're up to 21:45, folks. Hey, folks, that reminds me. 21:45. Nobody alive right now we'll see this year. We are now at a sub count. I'm just going to assume nobody's going to live to be 121 that's born today. Maybe that's wrong of me to assume. I don't know. But we're definitely on the cusp of passing a year that nobody living now will ever see. We're going way into the future. Oh, yes, Soren, we celebrated. We partied hard. We made history.
Baltimore, you are seeing history being made today.
This box of Luckies is empty. Folks, we're going to have a short post-game show. Your boy has had 0 breakfast. Nothing but 1 sip of cold coffee left. And I can't even have this cracker because my throat would be too dry. My throat is already too dry. Okay, I got 1 swig of water over here. Look at this, folks. I am down to the bare bones here. I mean, I gotta restock. Yesterday I was just too busy going out and getting handsome. All right. New subs, thank you for coming in. You won't regret it. I mean, we're talking about pretty much the king of YouTube baseball play-by-play. I got to admit, pretty much the king of this. First pitch to Refsnyder is fouled away and off of Adley Rutschman, James McCann. McCann catching tonight. And yeah, McCann's going to shake this off, as McCann will do. See, James, you set the bar too high, man. Once you take a fastball to the face and stay in and catch 9 innings, you basically have to never leave the ball game because of any kind of injury ever again. You're Superman. What does that size bottle of water cost you? I don't know. 13 baht. What's 13 baht right now? This ball is called a strike. 0-2 the count on Ref Snyder. Let's check it out. The dollar is killing the baht lately. That's the problem. 39 cents. This is a check swing, and he went around. Ref Snyder strikes out, and he's standing there at the plate looking upset. I'm sorry, buddy.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Booyah.
Hit the bricks, pal. You're done.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Well, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
2 down, Tyler O'Neill. First pitch fouled behind the plate, strike 1. Folks, the Yankee game is final. They got shut out. I repeat, the Yankees are shut out. The 0-1 is up and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. So 39 cents. Folks, you tell me, what does a bottle of Nestle bottled water cost in the States these days? This is 39 cents. You tell me. I'd like to know. Here's a check on the runner. He's back. I'm assuming, $2.50 to $4. What? You're kidding. It's water. It's what 75% of the earth is. Oh, my goodness. Folks, imagine applying that kind of a discount to everything. And tell me why you're working your butt off to barely make ends meet in what is supposed to be the richest country in the world. You tell me. I'm sorry, I picked a wrong night to be political. 2-2 the count. Runner at first, who took off with the last pitch, going back to first base. O'Neill at the plate. The pitch, low and away. Full count. This is an official Burger King crown. It is official, folks. Payoff pitch. Oh, a pitch on the inside edge. Cano wanted it, but he does not get the call. It's a 2-out walk for Tyler O'Neill. That's going to bring up Masataka Yoshida, the left-hander. He's not the tying run, but the tying run now on deck. We want to keep this game as much distance as possible. Here comes Drew French to talk to Cano. Dan says it's time for the DP. Well, Dan, you might be on the wrong website. But I can tell you this. Just type that into search and you'll be all set. I don't know why I went there. Why did I go there? That's low-hanging fruit. That's low-hanging fruit even for me. Oh, my God. Somebody's screaming at me. May I ask, what country do you live in? Where are you in your country for the water to be 39? Wow, somebody is ready to come get some cheap water. I live in Thailand. I live along the coast. There's a giant gulf in Thailand that makes up about a quarter of the border. And that's the border I live on. This ball is hit hard into left center field, and that's going to roll all the way to the wall. scoring at least one run. My goodness, folks. Masataka Yoshida has got Boston back into this ball game. It's a 5-2 Orioles lead here, 2 down, and now runners at second and third. The tying run now coming to the plate. And this ball wasn't a terrible pitch, but it was just middle of the plate. Lower middle, but middle. Connor Wong, who has a pair of doubles tonight, is at the plate here, folks. And the first pitch to him. Oh, now that's a beauty. Front door slider. Started half a foot inside and wound up just on the inside corner. That is good Cano right there. O'Neill at third, Yoshida at second, 2 down. Pitch. Swing and a miss. He goes with the sinker this time. A beautiful 1-2 punch. I love a nice pitch sequence. You start in with that front door slider, and then you go with that sinker that just drops away. You get the swing and miss. It's 0-2. Cano gets the sign from the stretch. The 0-2, and now we get a, what happened? A pitch clock? Wait, a balk? You have got to be, you got to be kidding me. Cano balks home a run somehow. It is 5-3. What the hell happened there? Cano had his arm dangling. Was it the dangle of the arm or what? This pitch is off the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes. No earmuff eighth, Soren. The arm was dangling, and then he did a little wiggle before. But I've seen guys wiggle. It might have been the dangling arm thing. The 1-2 pitch in the dirt, and that was a worse pitch than the last. Now the count is 2-2. Yes, Gary, thank you for updating the score, which is clearly on the screen and being described by me in real time as well. All right. Runner at third, 2 down. 2-2 the count on Wong. The pitch. That's in there. Called strike 3. Let's get the hell out of here, folks.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Cora's got his arm up. What is he pointing at? Oh, I don't know. We're going now. I can't believe we gave up a run on a balk. 2 runs in for the Red Sox makes this a 2-run game going into the 9th. Orioles 5, Boston 3. Cano gave up a run on a balk. Ugh. That's not good. Oh, I forgot. We're a balk-dependent pitching staff. $0.39 water, folks. You realize every chug is not even a penny? All right. I can tell you this, folks. As far as if you're like, hey, I really enjoy the Birdwatcher channel. I'm glad it exists. I'm looking forward to this for years to come. Guess what, folks? If I didn't live out here, this would be impossible. This would be absolutely impossible. To be able to just live off of the savings built up because of the cheap cost of living out here, I can afford to take the risk and dive in and do something like this. I mean, if it doesn't work out, I'm going to eventually be left having to start from scratch again, doing something. But yeah, this is all Thank Thailand, people, for this channel's existence. It would not be happening otherwise. It's cheap, Mr. Hyde, but again, I'm not really the best barometer to ask because I am living in as cheap of a place as you're going to find. You know? Like, no, I mean, there is like furnishings, you know, you got like some furnishings in here, but, and an air conditioner. But, you know, it's a small room. Very, very small. Zach Kelly is on the mound, right-hander. Gunnar Henderson going to lead off the inning. Wow, we're going to see Gunnar face a right-handed pitcher late in the ball game. First pitch is outside.
His name's Gunner, and he's dating my mom.
Boy. We do understand that reference comes from a lady working in Vietnam, right? It's all the same, right? If it's in Asia, it's all the same, right? These cultures have no differences whatsoever. 1-1 the count on Gunnar Henderson. Sorry, I've been living out here nearly a decade. Maybe it kind of gets under my skin. This pitch is fouled away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I've been around, folks. Been in some interesting places, met a lot of interesting people. A lot of really fascinating cultures out there. There's a called strike 3. Gunnar takes a look at a pitch on the outside edge. Wow, Gunnar gets a chance to face a righty, and he gets mowed down quickly. Anderson is the right-handed pitcher, folks. What's his first name? I'm not sure. I think it's Nick. I guess I should do my job and let you know. Oh, wait a minute. This says Kelly. Oh, Kelly is on. I've got the wrong name all the way around. Zach Kelly is the right-hander. Why the hell did I say Anderson? Folks, I'm sleepwalking. Here's Sid Mullins' first pitch is ball 1.
Well said, now you know what to do.
Just a little bit of sleepwalking, folks. My apologies. Next pitch is a sweeper that touches the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. What happened to the box score here? Oh, this is tomorrow's game? What am I looking at? No, this is today's game. What is this? Check swing by Mullins. Appeal, no swing. 2-1 the count. 1 out, nobody on. Top of the 9th. The Orioles looking for some insurance. Mullins has been the big bat of the game. A solo homer in the first, a 2-run shot in the third. They gave the Orioles a 3-0 lead. This pitch is fouled back. 2-2 the count on Sid. All right, we're back kind of where we need to be. Moroccan hash, $3 a gram. Everything must go. Sorry for the squeaks. This pitch is off the plate outside. Full count on Mullins. What happened, Soren? Did you just win Publishers Clearinghouse? Payoff pitch is low. Mullins draws a walk. Said, get on base again, why don't you?
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
That bum said Mullins is on base again. A 1-out walk. Anthony Santander. Oh, to that price of the hash. Tony Taters, folks.
That's not a tater tot, that's a tater giant.
First pitch. And there goes the runner, and the ball is not handled at second base. Raffaella, I believe, the shortstop handling it. Unable to keep the ball in his glove and to apply a tag. It might have been close had he been able to hold on. I think Mullins would have made it. Said Mullins with another stolen base, folks.
Meep, meep.
He's in scoring position with nobody out.
Meep, meep.
Want to know the count on Santander? The pitch way outside 2-0. Tony has an intentional walk to go along with a hit tonight. Has scored a run. Time for some insurance, folks. Here's the pitch. Off the plate, 3-0. I don't think this pitcher wants anything to do with Anthony Santander. Kelly behind 3-0. And the pitch. That one is laid off for ball 4. Tony will very nonchalantly remove some of his protective gear and take first base.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
What do we got here? Who is this? Is that the pitching coach? He looks like he's about 30 years old. Folks, I'm getting old. This pitching coach looks about 15 years younger than me. Then again, I am wearing a Burger King crown on my head. That's got to take a couple of years off. Ryan O'Hearn is due up next. Ah, man. Ryan O'Hearn. 1 out. Oh, Soren, don't pat yourself on the back. Just take the W. Don't sit there and self-congratulate. Jeez Louise. Now it's getting cringe. Oh, Soren, you lost me. I was sitting here having a great chuckle, and now I'm sitting here cringing. Here's a swing and a miss by O'Hearn. And 1-1 the count. Now, you got me. You got me, buddy. He probably is. Me saying cringe is cringe. Well, it is a word that applies. Whether or not it's, a buzzword or something, out of my hands. I've been using it my whole life. First and second, 1 out. 1-2 the count on Ryan O'Hearn. The pitch is up and away. I mean, just to be honest, I'm like, if cringe is a cottage industry or whatever, I've been like a pioneer. I've been all over cringe humor from way, way long ago when I was a kid. I loved cringe. This pitch is off the plate, full count. Mystery Science Theater 3000. I love the show. I love the concept of watching movies that are so bad that they just make you go like, ugh. But for some reason, it's funny. I love it. I love it. Payoff pitch to Ryan O'Hearn is hit on the ground, and they call that foul. Right there, the first base umpire straddling the foul line. O'Hearn just missed going down that right field line for extra bases. Yep, it was foul just by a few inches. Just by a few inches. Full count still. 1 down, folks. Scroll down, please. Down to what? I'm looking at the bottom. Payoff pitch to Ryan O'Hearn. Well, we're going to step off the rubber and look Mullins back to second base. That gives me time to do this. The payoff pitch to Ryan O'Hearn is swung on and missed. 2 down. O'Hearn is struggling. He's got a hit tonight, 1 for 4. But, this is, for O'Hearn, this is certainly his worst stretch of the season. He's been very consistent through the first 5 months of the season. But, yeah, the past, maybe since the last week of August, been struggling a bit. Here's Adley, though. Folks, Adley. Last time up, he got a big 2-run hit. And guess what? That's the amount of runs we're winning by. So that Adley hit the difference in the ball game right now.
Let the clutch out gently, okay?
Another chance to do something with 2 on, 2 out, and he looks at a pitch up and away for ball 1. Come on, Adley. I'm telling you now, if he can get another big hit here, you know that turnaround is happening. The 1-0 pitch is a called strike, and that looked a shade low to me. What the hell's crawling on my arm? I felt a bug. I felt some sort of tingle. What was that? You never know out here. 1-1 the pitch. And that ball is hit on the ground the first. Casas will flip it to the pitcher covering to end the inning. Well, Rutschman has 1 hit on the night, but it was a big one. Finishes 1 for 5. We go to the bottom of the 9th, folks. Sir Anthony time, I would assume.
Close the door. Close the door. Close the door.
Book Doc, that's impossible. That is impossible, folks. Yeah, and getting back to like cringe humor stuff, like, yeah, folks, you weren't a part of that group. I mean, when I was like in high school and in college, it was very popular, I guess, like in the 90s, to pass around VHS tapes and other media of just like weird stuff that would go on to be uploaded eventually to YouTube. Some of these YouTube viral, like the Star Wars kid thing or whatever. There's this guy that goes by the name of Harvey Sid Fisher. I don't know what he's all about. I think he's out of California. Anyway, he made some video that looked like it was made in the late 70s, early 80s. Some like public access TV looking thing where he sits there in a tuxedo and starts singing songs about all the astrology signs. And if you ever remember watching The Daily Show back in the original days with Craig Kilborn as the host, whenever they would end the show, oftentimes they would show clips of this guy singing these awful songs about these I mean, I'm just giving you a very boring, I'm sure, but just an example. Like, I love just weird, absurd, why does this exist kind of content. That's what I look for on YouTube. That's why I love YouTube so much. It's a treasure trove, and I like to go digging. Sir Anthony Dominguez, folks. He has got 9 out of 10 saves on the season. He's 9 for 10. We need 3 outs. Oh, yeah, Jerky Boys. Folks, I used to make prank call tapes. And, yeah, if you listen to them, you would cringe. You would laugh, but you would also cringe because it was so uncomfortable. It's that fine line of being able to make you laugh and make you feel uncomfortable at the same time. I think it's an amazing combination of emotions. It interests me. Tristan Casas at the plate, 0-1 the count. Five to 3 Baltimore, bottom of the 9th. The pitch, low and in, 1 ball, 1 strike. Robert wants to shut the door. I hear you, buddy.
Close the door. Close the door.
Kenley Jansen is up for Boston in the bullpen. This pitch is fouled back, 1 ball, 2 strikes. A slider from Dominguez. Oh, God, the prank calls from Sal and Richard. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, Mr. Hyde. I love those uploads on YouTube where they've got like 7 or 8 hour marathons. I've heard them all. I've heard them all multiple times, and they make me laugh. 2-2 the count after a pitch in the dirt. Casas, the leadoff man in the ninth. The pitch. Outside, full count. Dominguez, look, buddy, you're on with a 2-run lead. So it is a cardinal sin to issue a leadoff walk. You got to go after Casas here. The pitch. Swung on, popped straight up. Will it stay in play? Left side. Rivera up against the screen, but he can't make the catch. Oh, Rivera, oh, so close, folks. Oh, my God, the screen was like Steve Bartman. And Rivera looking like Moise Alou out there. Pounding his mitt. Angry that this screen even exists. You can see it. His glove was rubbing up against the screen. He was using his other hand to try to push the screen out of the way. He just couldn't do it. Full count on Casas. Yeah, Eric Andre, yeah, Adult Swim content. I love that stuff. Swing and a miss! Casas strikes out!
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Dominguez gets the first out of the inning via the punch out. Romy Gonzalez is up. 5-3 Baltimore in the bottom of the ninth. The pitch. Swung on, fouled away off to the right. 99 on the gun from Dominguez. It's the 8 and 9 hitters. Those are the next two batters. We need our closer to get them out before we get back to that top of the order and a couple of lefties. Duran and Devers. The 0-1 is swung on and missed. 0-2. A sinker, top of the zone. 0-2 on Romy Gonzalez. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He chased the slider low and away. Nobody can even foul that pitch off. Oh, look at this disgusted Red Sox fan. Oh, my goodness. Somebody in the booth being very naughty.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
You didn't have to do that random fan like that. They just decided to cut to a random fan with a scowl on his face. Swing and a miss on a slider to Rafaela. Breaking low and off the plate. 0-1. Rafaela 0 for 3. The pitch. Hit on the ground and through, a base hit. Oh, boy. Rafaela keeps the ball game alive with a line drive single. That's going to bring the tying run to the plate in the form of Jarren Duran. Folks, baseball. How's your blood pressure? Duran at the plate. Devers is on deck, folks. Let's close it. The first pitch. Swung on and missed. Gas completely blowing Duran away. Dominguez absolutely challenging Duran with that heater. That sets the tone. Come on, the 0-1. Swung on. That's hit in the right and deep. And it's going to be caught out there, and this ball game is over. Anthony Santander still playing out there in that deep right field well. Still playing defense in the bottom of the ninth. He makes the final out with the catch, and the Orioles have won. We're back to 20 games over 500. Final score. Orioles 5, Red Sox 3.
Splish, splash, I was taking a bath.
Ladies and gentlemen, a day after a heartbreaking, just gut-wrenching defeat in which we dropped a game to the Yankees, 24 hours later, all has been healed. I saw some positive signs here tonight, folks. I saw some positive signs. Is it a well-oiled machine right now? No, it's not a well-oiled machine. But you know what we're doing? We've taken a junker of a car, a jalopy that's been sitting with grass growing around it in the backyard, and we're fixing her up. That's right. It's a fixer-upper, and tonight we turned on the engine. All right? The engine is turned over. It's starting to hum a little bit. We got to keep working on this car. We're going to take it out of the garage for a spin. And 3 weeks from now, we're going to be in the Indy 500. That's the stupidest analogy I've ever come up with, and I'm going with it. The Orioles win 83-63. Albert Suarez gets you win number 8. He's still got that chance for 10 wins on the season. Kutter Crawford falls to 8 and 14th. Sir Anthony, Knight of the Orange Table. Dominguez with save number 10. He's 10 out of 11, folks. 10 out of 11. Let's take a look at tomorrow's game. The rubber game. You better be here. Folks, I told you we'd win tonight. I knew it. I knew it. Trusting you, boy. I told you. Look, folks, again. I went and I cleaned up. I cleaned up. Okay? You watch. You watch what happens. You watch. I'll put my reputation on the line. You can call me a chump tomorrow if we don't look good. It's going to be Dean Kramer going up against Nick Pivetta, folks. Dean Kramer, 7-9, 4.27 ERA. Nick Pivetta, 5-10, 4.38. That is the matchup. A couple of righties, folks. And for the third straight game, ESPN says Boston should win. Well, you know what? You should also kiss my butt. Because what do you know? This game is going to start first pitch 7:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be on the air at 7 o'clock sharp. And don't you be late. Hot damn. Let's see what's going on with these other scores and see if there's anywhere for me to send you. I'm going to go get something to eat. No, I didn't want to go to the MLB.com because that website just absolutely eats up on my bandwidth or whatever. The Mets game is final. Of course, the Red Sox game, Fitzpatrick was on the call there. That Rangers game might work out if that game is available in my recommends here. I'll take a look. Folks, did you enjoy it? You're welcome, Matt. And anybody else who wants to say, hey, thanks, BW. Thanks for all you do. I'll be more than happy to take those kind words. I'll pander for them. Why not? All right, let me take a look over here. Let's see who is on and what the hell they're doing. The Phillies. I think that's the only place to go. What's going on there right now? Where are they? Oh, they're done. I think JJ's just doing like a wrap-up show. All right, folks. Well, in that case, I'm gonna skedaddle. In fact, I think it's already not live. Thanks, everybody. Thanks to all the Magic members and those who have subscribed to the channel tonight. We got over 118 likes. Folks, if you haven't hit that like button, it would be great to do it on the way out. Get it to 120. We've been hitting 150 a lot until the last few days. But again, I understand tonight can be a pretty down night on the numbers. In fact, can I just hang out until we get the view count up to 3,000? It should only take like 10 seconds. I'll start closing down shop. And now I'm going to just get up here. I'm gonna strike the lights. That's right, folks. It's all in the reflexes. Are you on Twitter X? I am. I don't really do a whole lot of interacting on there because I think it's a very toxic place to be. But, you know, since I have been on there since before it went nuts, I've always stayed there. I'm at Fuzzy Warbles. That's me. There you go. Anybody want my Twitter? Whoops, that's not it. Now I have to refresh. Benny and the Jets. Hey, did we get the Discord link up tonight as well? I guess I could have left the game up in case there was a post-gamer. Or I could go in and see some of the reactions of the Yankees after getting shut out by the Royals. I'm sure they're losing their minds again. Thank you, Ms. Janet. All right, folks, here you go. Here's a nice Thailand ad on my Twitter. 7-Eleven, right there. You see that? I've had a Cornetto from 7-Eleven within the past week or two. And I don't look like this guy. My complexion is slightly less smooth. My hair slightly more wiry and thinning out. I am an old fart, aren't I? I got to live with that tonight, Soren. He got me. I'm going to spend. Oh, God. Get me away from here. I got to spend the rest of my day having to come to grips with the reality that I am an old fart. That's tough, folks. Look at Mullins right there. Said the bum. Said the bum Mullins. And again, I could spend another half hour showing you some of these other Twitter interactions with people dumping on Mullins. But I won't. Instead, I'm just going to sign off because, hell, 4 more people are going to watch later, maybe. And we'll hit 3,000. In the year 3000. Oh, I couldn't hold the note. In the year 3000. In the year 3000. Hey, did I mention my neighbors love me? Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Anybody got any questions? The floor is yours. I need 2 more people to watch before I feel good about myself. It's just too close to 3,000 people. You just don't understand the psychological effect when I take a look at the numbers and see a 2K night versus a 3K night. I want a 3K night, all right? I'm greedy and I'm using you right now. Thank you, Pocket Watch. Have a good one, Mr. Hyde. There it is, folks. Thanks for tuning in, the last 3 people to pop in. I'm leaving only because you showed up. I just used 3 random people. I guaranteed victory, Pocket Watch. Yes, I did. I guaranteed it. Oh, can I address one more thing? This is fun. This is fun, and it definitely shows that it's not something at the front of my mind, because I am barely remembering to do this at all. But, folks, so get this. I told you a little bit earlier, maybe a week or two ago, about some of the hate watchers I have, and how I'm very certain that there are a couple of people, if not just one person, using multiple accounts, hitting the dislike button on every single game. It's fun because it's always the same number, 2 or maybe 3 dislikes per game. But guess what? I looked into my YouTube studio, as I will do at least a couple of times a week, to look at the analytics, look at the numbers, and I look at the things like the like count and all that. And when I looked at it a few days ago, I had gone 4 straight games without a dislike. And I looked at that and I went, wow, maybe whoever it is that just every day makes a point to dislike my stream, maybe they just finally gave up. Maybe they finally said, you know what, I'm wasting my time doing this. What's the point? There's really no reason to do it. And then guess what happened, folks? I looked at it again before today's game. I looked at the list of games from the last couple of weeks, and that stretch of 4 games where they've happened now several games ago. These are games from at least 4 days ago. So it's old news, right? Guess what? Now, those 2 to 3 unlikes have been added to those games. You know what that tells me? Is that this person probably took a vacation, had some time off, or maybe just plain forgot for a few days to do this daily thing. And then, like, whatever the case is, like they returned home, or I don't know, maybe their internet went down, whatever the case. But yeah, they went back to make sure to keep it up. And I got to tell you, congratulations. The commitment this person or these 2 people are showing to leave the 2 to 3 dislikes per game. First of all, you're doing the Lord's work. You really are. You're making a huge impact on this channel and on the world with the time and effort you do. I mean, seriously, to take a few days off and still be committed enough to come back and get the job done. First of all, it shows you don't even watch. You're just you're disliking stuff you're not even seeing, which just by definition makes you a hater, right? You're sitting there hating something you're not even watching. But anyway, Janet, I don't know. Haven't heard from those guys in quite some time. But anyway, it's all very interesting, folks. It's very interesting to study some of the numbers and some of the habits out there and just understand how some people behave. It's all very interesting human behavior. There's a wide variety of behavior out there, isn't there? A very wide variety. All right, I have milked this stream long enough. Ms. Janet, thank you so much for hanging out to the bitter end. Again, thanks to the other mods as well. The Magic members, I'm already belching. And everybody that signed up to subscribe tonight, and everybody that's here on a nightly basis or whenever you can show up. I'm basically thanking anybody that can hear the sound of my voice, okay? Thank you. Enjoy tonight's win. Come on back for tomorrow. Rubber game against the Sox. We have 16 games left to play, folks. 16. That's the same amount of games the Ravens have left, okay? And we're going to finish out a lot sooner than they are. So it's getting down in the nitty-gritty, folks. Playoff baseball around the corner. We've got a couple of things to work on to get this team ready. I saw 1 or 2 things tonight that made me feel pretty good. All right, that wraps it up. I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. Come on back tomorrow, 7 o'clock sharp. Until then, this has been the Bird Watcher, and I'll chirp at you later. Good night, everybody.